Don't ask us. Just
They can hear you,
stopped it.
motherfuckers. That's okay. Talk about sexual themes. Don't you make fun of my sexual theme songs. Welcome, everybody, to Kicking with the Compas. I'm Sammy
That
Gonzalez.
was actually good.
Is it whispering?
we are in the zone.
I don't know what we're doing. You guys made me really self-conscious about the theme songs that I picked. Hi, everybody. I'm
That
Sammy
was good.
Gonzalez.
I actually like that one.
AKA the Mexcellence. Well, you're not getting it. This one's Kicking with the Compas.
That's fine.
You guys can't have it. I'm Sammy
I
Gonzalez.
mean,
Welcome.
it's your show, so you kind of got it.
Oh my God, you guys got the sexy fade in. Did you guys miss that? Oh, it's back to me. I'm Sammy Gonzalez, aka the Mexcellence, aka probably a lot of other things. We have to thank Facebook and Instagram for us not being. Oh my God, Keychain cheered 50 bits right off the bat. Thanks, Key. Look at we even got the graphics in the bottom right where TJ is. And speaking of TJ, he's to my right. Welcome, TJ. Wait, that's them.
Yeah.
This is TJ. I'm sorry. I'm so
Getting
used to
this?
I'm so used to doing the whole switcheroo on the Skype StreamYard type of thing.
You don't have to do that anymore.
I don't have to do that anymore because I can just introduce TJ right here.
Yeah, what's up? It's DJ. It's hey man.
He's excited to be here, folks.
No, time out. When
He
my girl
loves it.
has a bad day, apparently I gotta have a bad day too. So that's how it works.
That's how it works. That's
Yeah,
why
it
I'm
works,
single.
yeah.
That's the only reason why I'm single.
I was-
Only reason.
I
But
was
you
like-
have bad days all the time.
You do.
Why don't
Actually,
I share
you're-
them with other people? That's just cruel.
We are the other people.
Let me share it with you.
We're
I would
already
love to
together.
offload this to a living, breathing, beautiful woman.
Well, then tell your girlfriend to find friends and then have her then be my friends.
Actually, side note, I can't show you her friends, and let me tell you, there was a reason she was keeping them hidden.
Oh, well, I'm not a
Oh.
scoundrel. You
I don't know how
that.
that. I don't know if that's good or bad.
No,
You
it's
just-
Are they
it's
keeping
their-
them hidden from you?
Yeah, probably.
Well, that's a good thing.
'Cause-
and let
'cause
her
you-
know we would like to talk.
Because you know I'm a gentleman and a scholar.
No, it's not that. It was just I was just
Dude walked
shook.
into the bar on Saturday, was like, I'd like to find bitches.
Ladies, my dick is in the building.
And for those of you who are listening on audio, let's go ahead and introduce these two scoundrels. See, that's why we keep the scoundrels on the red side
Okay,
over
that's
there.
fine.
And one of the scoundrels in red, we're not wearing our merch. We have.
Ray, what's up?
It's Marco, everybody, who's going to
Hi.
be jumping in and out of my shot every so often, but it's okay. His hair is glorious. And then joining me also on the
Yes.
other side, we have
Tommy.
Oh my
Hello.
God.
Yeah.
That's the most enthusiastic intro you've done in like months.
Right.
It is.
It's
Because I'm not at home in my. I would be in sweatpants and socks right now.
My dick would be out right now.
How about you know, Tom, what?
Oh my God.
Can
Yeah.
I off screen? If you
I said
Off screen, if you
I
will.
said that's not even fair.
Good lord. Yeah, that's not fair at all.
Yeah.
I was like, no, and I'm talking like there was multiple. I said, because
Multiple. It's more.
that's what I said. I was like,
A
you lived
squadron?
with these people, and she was
Look.
like, and the real question I asked, and I was legitimate. I said, okay, so if you, because I was like, I wanted to gauge out the friendship. I was like, so if you text them, would it be weird? She was like, I haven't talked to her in a while, but like she would go grab food and like hang out. I was like,
Are they local?
no, she's from Seattle. Remember?
Let's get local friends like that. It's plenty of them.
I mean, I'm down to go to Seattle.
I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
this
see how-
conversation, guy. This is about it. Well, not you. You're out of it too, Sammy.
What?
No,
You
he's
wanna
coming
go?
along. He's coming along because
Well,
he has to be the arbiter.
That's
Yeah.
it. He's the arbiter.
I don't need girls to go to Seattle. I literally
He's just
want
gonna
to
go.
Well, no, girls are naturally attracted to him and stuff. To be like, ooh, like those old wrestling ladies that loved you that you had to
old
push them up.
wrestling.
I got aggressively hit on twice on Saturday.
Oh, at the bar at the Nomad. Oh well,
That's what
See?
just happens at Nomad.
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, except for me, it didn't happen.
Wait,
I
time
also
out.
showed up like way late.
Not
way
no
late.
no no wait. Okay, so Nomad is downtown.
No,
No.
Nomad is the bar that we always go.
The one on
to.
the north side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that's near that gas station,
Yes.
Yeah.
near the pawn shop, near Mueller.
I don't remember
Sure,
about the pawn
yeah,
shop.
on the
but
same
yeah.
side as Mueller.
Yeah, it's on Corona Drive.
Okay, I know which one you're talking. I've never been there, but I know.
You've been there.
Yeah.
You've been
By the
there.
Target?
He's been there.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Natives
yeah, I do.
downtown.
Yeah.
Natives
I know.
downtown.
Yeah.
Cool. I always
Yeah,
get
yeah.
those mixed up.
Never been a native.
Natives neat.
good, yeah.
It's neat. Point is,
Oh,
nobody
I-
knows what the fuck we're talking about
Yeah,
out there in
it's
the
very Austin
world.
shit.
Time out. You never
We-
pulled
we
that
just
Nomad?
dropped- we
I
just-
pulled that Nomad on a Wednesday.
Nomad's one of the easiest places.
Well,
The girl
I'm
came with me. I said I did not sign up with this.
Very bro podcast already.
I know, but this is the compas. These are the
It is.
compadres. See, like
Hey.
Marco's always worried about on these shows that it's just too many bros broing out.
That's the point of this.
And
This
is
that's
what
the
this
point
is.
of this show.
And look, for women who are watching this or not, it doesn't matter. You're getting the insight.
They're really not
of the male mind if that's the case.
This is
And don't worry.
This is ethnic entourage, is all it is right now.
And don't worry, because the best part is, eventually Marcos is gonna con enough women to where we can have an actual podcast a day of 4 of them. So cooking it with the women girls.
Really, yeah.
Cooking it with? Why'd you gotta make it cooking it with, man? Come on, we're fighting.
I
the
said kicking it
stereotypes.
with, but
okay, I heard cooking it with. You heard cooking it with?
Thought I did.
Yeah, I thought I did. Too.
Maybe I didn't enunciate properly.
And yeah, but you know what, folks? Before we get into it, I mean, because everything else in this show is free form, I realized we needed. I mean, Marcos was like, "Hey, Tommy and TJ want to do a show," and then they proceeded to forget that they wanted to do a show.
I mean, we talked about it a couple of times. It's just a thought.
Okay. So check it.
And so here we are.
Now, how the hard part is, we were talking about it, I was like, we should have a show where we do freeform stuff, but we can bring up topics during other shows. So sometimes it's like, oh, it just doesn't need a full show. But luckily, we could fit this into a freeform for those other things that we might want to talk about and not feel so constricted.
This one failed to tell us that, hey, we're actually doing that.
Well, technically, he's the one that's telling me, because I've taken a very hands-off approach to HR, and so I wasn't going to listen to your guys' needs at all, really. and I was just going to ignore it and just be like, you guys show up where I tell you to. And he was like, no, give them an opportunity to be stars, because that's how Marcos talks. And it just sounds like an anime character. And so
Sammy,
He's never seen an anime
I
for him.
haven't seen Japanese cartoons.
Sammy, I've known you for damn near a decade.
Damn near a decade. Ain't that sad?
I would quit if it wasn't for Marco.
And why is that?
You're a dictator, Sammy.
I am kind of a dictator. But I'm not mean
you
about
take the tater off. That's what you are.
Yeah.
Now look.
No, I understand that. I mean, I literally have a crown in the picture, one of the pre-rolls, so it's kind of like, I get it, but here's the thing about depression, which is fun. You tend to forget all that. You tend to be like, wow, I kind of am pretty worthless in every shape, way, or form.
Except here.
Except, that's kind of fucked up, isn't it?
It is.
Where it's like, man, like you guys see me out there, I'm like kicking around. Like, I'm never gonna get a girl, but here I'm a fucking god.
Yeah,
I'm a god among men. It's really weird.
Goes right to your
I'm
head.
fucking energized right now having you guys back in here.
Same
God,
here.
it's fucking great, dude.
I literally was about to take a nap, and I was like, oh, shit, I have to do the show. Kept right
I
up.
ate before this, and I was going to go plant trees, but I was kind of
Trees
mad.
At night?
10 o'clock at night?
What? No, I'm a night person. What? Why are
Who
you
plants trees at night?
I've planted trees before. I've donated my time.
Oh, no.
Was that code for something?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
gotcha. Yeah, he was about to call it a night.
Yeah.
About to go vibe.
And then, but he was the one. He was the one that was like, "No, I'll be there tomorrow, bro. I'll be at your house." Called me 40 minutes.
Did he?
Yeah, call me 40 minutes.
Did you
man,
forget
40
about
minutes
this?
of time.
Yeah.
No, I didn't forget about tonight.
Okay.
I found out over the weekend. Look,
That he had invented a show. Everybody.
so what happened? I feel like
By the way, you're much more lively in person than you are. Because
Oh,
half the time you're on the virtual calls, you're like,
And granted, he's not dressing like my dad. He's not
put on
dressing
a
like
a
my
white wife
he's
beater
now-
with the deepest of
the
scoop
deepest of
necks.
V's.
No, it's not even a V, the scoops.
But now he looks like my uncle that usually has the Bluetooth and is dating 20-year-old women.
Yeah, Key. But that's not fair. See, because Key knows too much. He's in the chat. That's not fair.
We can bring up Key right here with the new graphics I invented. Look at, he's there.
That's not.
He said, "Oh shit, we back. We know it down the trees, TJ."
That's not fair. You have exclusive executive backlog. I love myself some oak, but hey, man, sometimes I like cedar. But seriously, what happened? So like, I'm usually genuinely aware of things going on. It is just my acceptance and acknowledgement to reconfirm them,
Right,
to make
yeah.
sure that they still exist. Like, okay, case in point, Saturday. I felt like shit, but I still texted him and was like, "Hey, I feel like something was going on today," and he filled me in. Now the rain canceled like half the shit,
Right.
But he filled me in. So it's not though I'm not aware. The show I've been like, I remember that there's a semblance of a show, and it's been a while since. They did their podcast on Thursday.
Right.
I can't say nothing in that one.
He's
So
guesstimating, is what he's saying. That somewhere in this time of
I
the week,
sense, yeah.
there may be something.
That's how I
that
do
we
it,
have
so
to
I
do.
can't say shit.
Yeah, you're like, oh yeah, I saw the Google Doc, and you had no evidence of the Google Doc.
I
Oh,
already,
shit.
I already know how both of them work. You got to give them a reminder 2 days before, like, hey man, you still good for Thursday. Then you give them another reminder the day before, and then see if they're still good. then you're good. That's
Marco
like-
gets it.
Yeah,
I don't know why you don't get
That's
it.
because he's HR and I'm too busy doing all this.
Oh, you put some curtains up. Good for you.
this, all the commercial breaks, all of it.
But in our
shit.
in
Hot
my
pretty girl
defense-
sneaking in the corner for the ad in the future.
So in my because I appreciate Marco's approach because Lord knows that and this is no bullshit, I can definitely get a work meeting at any time of the day, right? I can get sidetracked at night. I can do so. The fact he reconfirms, it makes sure that I do everything in my power, and the only thing that can put me on a timeline is when my girl has a bad day, and apparently I tell her ahead of time that I got a show that I'm doing, but she decides to come over no way and then complain that I'm leaving. Who said nothing? Who said that? I didn't say that. I said that.
Is she in the chat? That'd be awesome.
That would be amazing.
No.
Actually, no.
For 7666728, but the funny frog laughing faces because I don't know. Oh, I keep losing them. I hate that. Oh well. It's because I went to black because I'm doing the most.
Wait.
Sorry, there's a lot of pieces to this whole puzzle here for the show to work today.
If it makes you happy, man. we're
It
good.
makes me fucking happy, Tommy.
That's all that
That's the
matters for
thing.
us.
Hey, pause. Whoa, time out, Sammy.
What's up?
I don't want to get too deep into the show without making sure that people know they can get a hat like yours.
Oh my
A hat
God!
like
See,
mine.
because he knew.
Yes.
He knew. TJ knows that the sponsor, MexMerch.com. It's MexMerch.com, everybody. The best in Mex merch. You know what Mex merch is? It's T-shirts. It's hats. It's scarves. Probably in the future, we'll figure it out.
Scarves?
Maybe we'll figure it out. We got shirts, tank tops. Look at that. You missed it. Pride stuff. Be fantabulous.
Let's get some socks.
We can get some socks.
I want socks.
You want socks?
I do.
We can get some socks for Tommy, and we're gonna have all sorts of chanclas. We have chanclas in the piece. We're gonna get some swim shorts. We're gonna get some bikinis for the ladies, 1-piece and 2-piece. Delicious.
like
It's
it.
like a chicken thing, not because it's being
Can
perverted.
I also make another recommendation?
Yeah,
sir? And I think this
yes.
will go a long way, especially here. The how do you pronounce that again? I don't speak
oh,
Spanish.
hecho en California.
Right, Texas.
I have one.
Do you?
We have them, Tommy.
Okay.
He
Do you
does.
believe it? Let's go to the
I'll
site
rock
because
one
we're
of
doing
those.
promotion here. Sorry, I'm getting used to the new controls, guys. MexMerch.com. Tommy, you want
I do.
Echo? Well, let's take a look at the website. Look at the pretty girls wearing the stuff. We can go over to hats and beanies.
You know-
And we can go over to the one I'm wearing right now. But no, we can go over to Echo
There
en
you
Tejas
go.
right there.
I like it.
Look at that. Look at and even a black guy's wearing it because he's
I would wear.
our model that we have that we paid lots and lots of money. He's not a total mock-up fakery fraud. He's a real man.
All I'm saying is,
Look at how real he is.
24
if you
$4.99 is
if
a
you really
steal.
want to motivate
steal.
all of us, right? You know, because we're all motivated, we're all gung ho. But if you really want to motivate us, just say at 100,000 subscribers one day on the YouTubes or whatever platform we go up on. That's when we get to meet these models that you keep showing off. That's
God,
all I.
I
believe.
wish I knew him so we could meet him, but we can
When do we
find
get
our
a
own.
plaque?
No, you know what I'm waiting
That would be
on?
my
But look
goal.
at this stuff. Look at
I'm
these
waiting on
shirts.
that we get so big that the Blackcellence can be its own. spin-off.
Someone was very upset about us using that name. I don't know why.
Why?
He just thought it was wrong that we took it. I think, even though you were on it.
He can suck a dick.
Well, no, he's nice. He's one of our big supporters.
don't
Magnus
care.
Leisure, welcome,
I'm sorry,
Magnus.
Magnus, if you're buying shit, I apologize.
I don't know if he's
angry.
buying shit, but
I've been going through
Well,
shit.
he-
so
he wants to be excellent.
I do understand that for a little bit, the Instagram handle went Blackcellence Sam Gonzalez.
That is true. That was a clerical error. I wasn't making any claims to
The thing
to
was,
the
you had
title.
permission from 2 black people to
Yeah,
just throw our
we were
names
gonna
on.
take-
I
yeah,
can
I'm
claim that IG handle
either one of us can
anytime.
claim
No,
it.
it's there. No. Well, apparently you can't because Facebook has a 10-day cooldown, which is why our social media is all fucked up.
Okay.
Because I'm removing myself as the_Mexcellence and going to SG Mexcellence because it makes everyone's life easier. And speaking of which, you can follow me for right now at the_Mexcellence or the Mexcellence on all forms of social media. You can follow TJ at TJ Mana on only Instagram. Leave him alone. JL Marco 62. I usually have your lower thirds here. I wasn't ready for that. But JL Marco 62, even on Words with Friends, as you said before, and
People still do that.
Tommy McGrew Art on Instagram.
That's
so be sure to
correct.
follow all of us. But guys, we have topics to go over. Mostly, the one you guys want to talk about that was the crux of this show. Tommy.
Time out. Can we flip a little flippy dippy real quick?
What you got?
We'll
What you
knock
got?
mine out the way.
Oh, that's right. Because so the topics
That
today,
I didn't know I was going to talk about today, but I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, it's topical. It's close to our hearts because TJ tends to get just shit on when it comes to racism here in Texas, man.
I really do.
Like, here's the thing. Like, I
Well,
understand.
You know why? Because he's a successful black man.
I guess, but
Yeah.
they don't know he's successful by the way he dresses and looks and carries himself,
he
and the
dresses
way his
successful.
teeth look and his hair's all. I'm kidding.
No,
he
does
gets
not.
it.
No.
I'm just lying.
No, I meant like the last time we went out, it was like you can't come in with sweatpants, man.
I'll remember that. I do remember that.
Bro. And
I was just fucking with him, but these people were apparently making it real and true.
yeah, that kind of hurt my feelings.
I know, right? Hey, that's almost.
I take notes from
Hey.
I take notes from the wealthiest people because you know they're like, if you don't show off your wealth, you don't gotta hide it. I mean, you can, it's I mean, you don't have to show it off, right? You just gotta make it. That's it.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, we're talking about hurting feelings. He hurt my feelings right off the bat, right when he walked into this fucking
It
studio.
wasn't intentional to hurt.
So I'm getting everything ready. He's got beers. He's got Kraken rum. Kraken rum, please sponsor us. You're my favorite rum. I will fucking chill
don't
for
know
you guys
why,
forever. It's
but-
delightful. It's delightful. And
Bro,
summon
Kraken's
him.
the only rum that I'm like, this shit's whiskey. I don't understand what's going
It's
on. This is heavy.
delicious. It's
I'm,
nice.
Bigger fan of Sailor Jerry, but that's just
Well, it's fuck. Sailor Jerry can fuck off. He's just knockoff Captain Morgan.
So now none
He's
of us are getting
older.
sponsored.
None of us getting sponsored is what we're doing here,
Yeah.
except
Oh
me
man,
with
we
the
got an
Kraken.
alcohol episode coming for sure.
But point being, TJ walks in, he goes, Sam, you got short ass legs. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, you're just like, you got skinny legs and a big fat gut. And I'm like,
I did not say that
You didn't
second
say
part.
that part.
I literally just said you have skinny legs. That's
And
it.
he-
Actually,
and then,
that's-
then Sammy took over. And
Sammy
said,
took
Yeah,
everything.
no, man, my legs are stubby, but I have nothing but torso.
well, that's
I didn't even
true.
say I didn't even
That's a
say your
true
legs are short. I
thing.
literally just said you have skinny legs. That's
Granted,
it.
I didn't notice until he
Right,
brought it
but
up.
I started crying. I started crying on
I've
the inside,
noticed.
and none of them care. He notices. It's a weird thing where it's like I am. If we're being honest, I'm mostly torso, and I'm not joking. When I was born,
Yeah.
but they did my measurements. I think like maybe month 1 or 2, whatever. Standard checkup, and then they told my mom, he's got short legs. My mom started crying because she thought that I was
were
going
gonna
to
be
be a
a dwarf?
little person.
Okay.
Yeah. And lo and behold, I have short legs and I'm 6'4".
Yeah.
And it's hilarious because and
and
Tommy,
yes, people, it looks exactly how
this
it's
is a little random question, but
Yes.
it'll make sense. How tall are you? 6 foot?
like 6'2",
6'2". Okay. What's your pant length?
32.
Okay. How tall are you?
6'2",
What's your pant length?
32.
What's your pant length? And you're about 5'10",
11,
5'11".
32, 34.
All right, so we're all about to say I'm 6'4", 32 or 30, depending on the
Good
day.
Lord. Yeah.
So yeah, I have short legs.
Damn,
Yeah,
It's freakish.
yeah, like it
Bro,
depending on the cut.
that's capris, nigga.
Right, and then Marco was like, "Yo, you got here looking like Andy Ruiz and shit." I'm like, dude, that's not a good look. But that's if everything from here down is what it looks like. But he's a champion, and one day
Former champion.
Former champion.
Yeah.
he was. I will one day be.
He's the new Buster Douglas.
I will
but
be
it's fine.
one day a former champion. like so.
He lost weight. Good for him.
No, that's fake. Apparently, a lot of that is. He did lose weight because he was like,
What is that?
Oh, we'll get to that. That's our next topic. Yeah, it's
Oh.
very perverted. Our
Okay.
last topic is going to be very
That's
perverted.
fun.
But our first topic is the cold racism of Texas. Because TJ, I mean, if you guys don't know, or if you know TJ from another website, Double Toasted, there's actually a shirt commemorating. Actually, you know what? Quick plug for them. They don't need it, but they'll get it because they still have it up for some fucking reason.
They do. I don't even own a shirt. Like I don't even own my own goddamn shirt.
Right. And I looked at the merchandise. Yeah, you're still there as a sweater for $40. So
Hey, that nigga owes me a shirt.
there's a website, doubletoast.com. You may have heard of it, of course. And they have DT merch, and I've made some of the designs for them. I used to work for them. And
Our old friends.
TJ has guest starred on there. And he told a story about him having to defend himself from a racist homeless man. That's like the true fact of it. That's not the non-hyperbole story. Is homeless guy was being racist, wrote shit on his neighbor's wall thinking it was his, N-word, this and that.
Oh, wow.
Confronted him several times, and TJ, not being a punk bitch, threw hands and defended himself as necessary. Well,
He threw a bottle at me. Like,
as necessary. As necessary.
about like the same
It's
length
called
as
self-defense.
like
sir.
the same length as you're from me. Like that nigga. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
at this point, I have to do something.
Yeah.
Right.
It's getting dangerous. I have the difference.
So our friend Corey, who was the host and was able to narrate the part of the story, converted it, we could say, to the fact that TJ beats up homeless people for sport.
Oh, no.
Thus getting the name Kung Fu TJ, which has in ways been brought back to this site site here, and there's a T-shirt commemorating our friend TJ.
It's a great shirt.
In the form
It really
of what
I'd
was
wear
it?
that to the gym.
The Last Dragon. That's very Last
Yes,
Dragon-esque.
it's the Last Dragon for sure.
So that's already a bad situation in the shortest form of it.
And just to say this, homeless people in Austin are racist as fuck. I got called a nigga numerous times by a crazy homeless lady while I was just on break at work about a year or so ago. And
They were happier when they could keep their tents.
yeah.
That's a whole other story. That's for our political podcast.
She asked for a cigarette. I'm like, I don't smoke. She's like, nigga, I know you smoke. You black bastard. And she just continued to just go on and on. And
I gave some woman a
that's
pizza
rough.
back when I was working at the pizza spot,
Yeah.
and she literally called me an N-word after I handed her the pizza.
yeah.
I was like, I gave you something.
Was she old?
You can't tell with homeless people. She
Right.
could have been 30.
Meth
She could have been
meth is a
30.
hell of a drug.
Right. Point is, nobody should be. I kind that's the caveat. Was she old? Doesn't matter.
I don't think it matters.
But at least
Bro,
preface
I mean,
me,
I've been
right?
in enough racist situations where it's like, is it old? All right, you never got the chance to know better. And then if you're homeless, it's just like you're mad at the world anyway.
Yeah, this is your karma anyway. For being a racist bitch.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Have at it, yeah.
So in this case, fuck you, bitch, you're homeless, Keith. No, but so part of it though is so he had that story. I think maybe a couple other things in between, but something happened this weekend where you called me. You're like, dude, like he told me it, and it's like, oh, we're kind of maybe we could potentially get used to this type of story. Let me just make sure our audio's working, and they are. Where it's like, oh yeah, someone's being kind of shitty. But then the more I thought about it, we talking about it, just kind of catching up, and I was like, man, that really fucking sucks the way that would happen to TJ. So TJ, I mean, you could be very simple with it, not to get all up in your business, but like, what happened?
I mean, I'm kind of over it, so it's whatever.
That's good.
My landlord was chill. No, I mean, I got an email from the person who owns the complex, right? And so they were like, hey, got this disturbing email, just wanted to run it by you. 'Cause she a homie like that, right? She was just like, hey, got this email complaint, right? So I got a noise complaint. I was like, whatever, I'd be gaming, I'd be doing random shit. I could probably be noisy. Maybe I fuck too hard. I don't fucking know.
That's what my first assumption was. That I was like, shut it down. I was like, yeah, laying the pipe too hard.
Yeah.
I've been.
And if that was
we've
the
been
case,
there.
and if that was the case, if that was the email, I would have walked over, given the
would've
person
framed it.
roses. Would have been like, hey, thanks for that compliment.
Yeah.
Holla at me sometime. But but what had happened was basically, to sum up, like the email had said, right? Hey, I hear these people next door. They're always yelling, they're always arguing, which is not us, right? And then she was like, in particular, I fear for the girl's safety. My girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
His girlfriend being of
White.
the white persuasion.
I feel for the girl's safety. I thought she might be harmed, like something like that. And then also something about a guitar. And I was like, I've been in this spot for a little bit, doing the same noise levels, all that kind of stuff. Been kind of trying to be considerate. But the only thing that changed was that within the last 2 weeks, they actually saw us, like saw me, saw the other person.
Yeah.
Like they didn't usually see me there because, full disclosure, I'm not normally at this property.
Right.
So
He's very rich.
not
He has multiple properties.
literally anybody can do it. But
If you're rich.
so,
Proceed.
So I was like kind of dancing around that. At first I was like, it's just straight up noise complaint. But I was like, it only triggered, nothing happened over the weekend that would be anything that would warrant that sort of email. Like we weren't
Right.
even home actually half the time. Stayed at her place for one of the nights. And so I was really thrown off because she actually put the dates of like the time, like on my kind of, she was like, hey, this weekend, Yeah, lady sucks. Because the real part about it was like, I was like, fear for my girlfriend's safety. What the fuck do you mean by that?
Right. That was in the
Because you're
formal.
a Negro.
Yeah, of course.
Right, yeah.
I was like, number one, my girlfriend would never let me do anything stupid. She doesn't say much, right? She talks very choicely until
Right,
like,
yeah.
she gets on a topic or she's high. She just doesn't shut up. But, dog, I don't think y'all can understand. Like,
Bro, I wouldn't let you talk to your girlfriend like that.
I wouldn't
If
talk to- I
if I
wouldn't
heard you
You
say
wouldn't
some
anyways.
Right. No, I'm just saying, if us heard him say
Yeah,
something
yeah,
sour
we-
to his girlfriend,
right,
we'd
we'd
be
be
like,
like, hey,
TJ, what the
calm
fuck?
down, yeah.
Hell, he didn't even introduce her the correct way. We made fun of him for 20 minutes.
We did.
Yeah. a friend
I'm
of
sorry.
ours-
Okay, these niggas wanted me to come up.
our friend Martin comes in, introduces everybody, and your girlfriend's sitting in the corner quietly and just kind of there waiting for her turn.
Yeah.
And then Martin's like, so when are you going to
So, yeah,
introduce her?
what-
Clearly she's with TJ.
No, but the problem is, right? That's the. I'm not the sort to like.
I'm not good at it either.
Yeah, I just
I'm
be like, hey,
terrible
tell
at it.
yourself,
Really?
like,
Yeah, I'm
she,
really
it's
bad at
2021, she can talk for
introducing
herself.
people.
Like, I ain't gotta
Yeah.
be like, but these niggas want to be going,
This is my lady.
this
Yeah.
We
is my
didn't.
girl.
Martin
Martin,
didn't.
Right.
Martin's expectation.
Martin's old school. So
Right.
Martin's
Old
old school. And normally, and you know what? Full disclosure, I was drinking, we were chilling. Normally, I probably wouldn't.
Right.
Maybe. If it was more one-on-one, but like most people, they're newer, and I just wasn't thinking about it.
Right. I'm just saying, you don't roll out a red carpet. Every time I have a red carpet just in my back pocket, I roll it out in case I need to introduce.
Yeah, but you're like a hella extra miler.
I am very
Yeah,
much
you
so.
are.
That's because
My
try
extra,
hard.
that's because I'm valuable, man. Shit, I'm a
Chivalry,
catch.
that shit they like.
I'm
man.
a catch.
I think it's more like
I agree.
you're overcompensating, but that's
I
fine.
agree with Tommy. Agree with
TLDR, you know, it was really that line about that
Girlfriend safety.
girlfriend safety.
And I was like, that's just assuming a lot of things because, case in point, I don't think y'all quite understand. Once again, I don't think cameras do it justice. We are all big
We're
dudes,
pretty big. Yeah.
tall,
Literally
big,
all of us, yeah.
We
every
all
single
say we're all above 5'11".
Yeah, he's the shortest, and he's
the shortest
5'11", but he's
5'11".
big, yeah.
Right.
We need JJ here to break the
We're
landscape.
breaking-
JJ would be
he brings
the-
down the average a
Yeah.
nice way.
So-
We
you
need
know-
JJ to not get shot. He can just step in front of
Right.
He's like, no, these are good guys.
Right. Imagine doing freaking craft services for these guys. These horses over here. I had to buy a whole ass brisket. And you're like, where's more? You guys were eating and grubbing a lot. So
You did have to buy a
Hey,
whole
let's
last
live our
brisket.
lives.
I know. I'm happy to do it. I'm
We
just
ate it all,
saying.
right?
I mean, we asked for triple dippers, so
We did.
Yeah.
I still want that.
Hey, I had a triple dipper today. That was my
right
dinner.
down the street.
He bought me a triple dipper during the fight.
God damn it.
This shit's good.
I owe him 2 triple dippers.
Son of a bitch.
So
we
I'm gonna
invited
pass
you
up-
to that fight.
He did. I didn't even would have said triple dippers. I would have been there before you even finished the text.
Hey, bro, I would have. hey, I got the ranch. Y'all was like, nigga, how?
So
But nah, I mean,
this
it's-
segment's sponsored by Chili's, the triple dipper.
I think we've said this on another podcast, but for reals, if you go to Chili's and you order something else, I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Right.
Never
Triple
had, I've
dipper?
had 2 things at Chili's. The chicken crispers,
The
honey
chicken
chipotle,
crispers, yes.
by themselves, sides, loaded mashed
What are your
potatoes.
sides? Corn?
No, double the loaded mash.
Because loaded mashed potatoes are fire.
Yes, you're getting value with that. Or triple dipper. That's it. I've not tried anything else at fucking at Chili's.
Guess what? I got adventurous one time. I tried the burger. It was whatever.
Yeah.
You know what it made me want? A fucking triple dipper.
Exactly.
I want it at the sliders.
Big Mouth bite.
The sliders.
The slider.
You're damn
Because it's
right.
enough.
It's perfect.
Like, it's
I
the
love how
perfect
you know the
amount.
names for all of them. And the
Bro,
reason why I
it's
know
big-
you know the names of all of them because I know the names
Yes.
of all of them.
Big Mouth bites, Southwest egg rolls.
Southwest egg rolls.
Easy.
Honey
and then honey
chipotle
chicken.
chicken.
What did I
crispers are
get?
Easy.
What did I get?
that's what you
I got
got.
exactly that.
That's what you need.
That's
They
the
screw you with
same.
the fucking onion petals. Don't get the onion. It's an onion ring. You're getting fucked. Just get them. Honey chipotle chicken strippers. Big Mouth bites.
We're really gonna end up
Southwest egg roll.
sponsored by Chili's. This is the second time we've shutted them
Hey,
out.
I
So
don't-
fucking good. I'm
If Chili's
sorry.
ever sponsors us, I will make sure that is the best goddamn. I'll be like, no, not good. I'll be like Sammy, perfectionist style. I'll be like, not good enough.
No, not gonna
We
shoot it
didn't
again.
shoot again.
Everything.
No.
Chili's is not going to be happy with it.
I'll end up spending more money on that advertisement than Chili's would pay us.
Right.
Trust me.
Chili's.
Chili's can pay me in a goddamn gift certificate.
No, I was gonna say Chili's. If you send us a $100 gift certificate, we will buy 5 triple. We'll buy 7 triple dippers. I don't think $100 covers 7 triple
And
dippers.
plug it every 30 minutes.
Every 30 minutes, we will spend time and just eat the triple dipper there in front of
Yes.
these cameras.
$12.99, baby. Get it anywhere.
Fuck it. I want
Amazing.
Chili's. Please. I'm gonna put this on Twitter. Chili's.
Shit.
We love the triple dipper.
We do.
Be our first sponsor.
It's so funny because I legit because we actually got Chili's and I gave my phone because we ordered it right. I gave my phone to Michaela like she was allowed to change like pick an order, just to give her like the freedom of choice. But I said, all right, cool. Gave that
The
shit
illusion
back.
of choice,
The
you mean.
illusion, right? I was like, she was like, oh, this is what I want. I said, no,
Yeah.
you can
Wrong.
get this. No, I'm kidding. She got the
That- wrong.
That's the argument they were hearing on Saturday.
That was the argument today. He said his girl's mad at him today because she didn't want to get a triple dipper and he wanted her to get a triple
You don't
dipper.
need to be with her anyways. If that's the case.
That's the thing.
That's a red flag.
Bro, that's a droppable offense.
It is.
Girls love that Cajun pasta.
bro.
They
No.
do.
Cajun pasta?
Yeah.
I haven't had a girlfriend in a while, so I haven't taken a girl for
I mean,
Chili's in a minute.
Chili's Cajun pasta, and then they get the
taken
chocolate
maybe
molten.
3 girls to Chili's, and they've all gotten the fucking Cajun pasta. Or the skillet.
good.
Or the
The fajita
fajita
skillet.
skillet.
Yeah,
Well, they
Yeah.
sizzle. That's nice.
It's
Bro,
fun
it's
to
this-
watch.
It makes them feel like they're at
Bro.
Benihana or something right there. It makes them feel special
Yeah.
because you took their ass to
It's
Chili's.
sizzling when it comes to the
'cause
table. How can
hey,
you not appreciate
The thing
that?
is with Chili's, like you can flex, you can be like, "Yeah, girl, go get whatever you want. Don't even worry about it, right? Because you know the shit.
Money, no
they have
limit.
to try real hard to get that shit above 50.
Right.
Yes,
No,
right.
that's
Right.
pretty easy with the El Presidente margaritas.
No, see, well, you saying drinks? Nah, come on, calm down.
Hey,
right.
hey, 2 for $20, son.
20.
That doesn't include the El Presidente margaritas.
That's what I'm saying. That gives you $30
2
of
for
real.
$35. Bro.
Guys, I swear to God, we're not sponsored by Chili's at this
We aren't. It's
We're
just-
giving
We
prices.
just love fucking Chili's.
We're giving
man.
prices. We're giving sample
We went
orders.
way off the rails.
Which is the Freeform Podcast.
So-
Welcome to we went from racism to the delight of Chili's.
Like
So
that.
the whole point was, right, you know,
was that bitch didn't take me to Chili's.
She
She
did
needs
not.
to apologize with a $25 Chili's gift card.
That forgives
Or I'm going to
everything.
call the NAACP on this lady
now
for being racist about a
The-
guitar because you were helping her tune a guitar.
I was helping her fix the guitar, right?
Yeah.
And so what ended up happening was like, you
Also,
know,
Tommy, scoot in a little bit. You're
Oh,
you're
I'm
drifting.
drifting. I'm sorry.
You're drifting over.
So what ended up happening was that I got an email back from my landlord lady.
Yeah.
And she was like she was like, hey, you know, I just had to confirm. I just want to make sure I understood the situation properly. I never like she was cool with it. She was just like, yo, like I totally understand everything. Like that ain't on you. Because I pretty much was like, hey. It was probably because we were gaming, something like that.
Right.
Like I've never raised my voice at my girlfriend. Like the loudest I've ever got is like whenever she probably today, whenever she like unplugged my Xbox on accident, and I said, "My baby," and I pushed her out. I was like hugging up my ex.
No. Yeah.
Is it the new one?
No, it's not the new one. It's the it's still the Xbox.
Shockingly, he doesn't have any anymore.
Well, this is access. I mean, some people are human. They can't just physically get.
Yeah,
some of those
everyone can
consoles.
buy the Xbox. It's the PS5 that's hard to find.
Is
feel
the
like
Xbox available
Xbox
now
is
for people?
available
Okay.
everywhere.
If
Yeah.
I wanted it, I'd have it.
Of
But
course. You would have 4. So, yeah, we know.
Why did you say that so diabolically? That was weird. He's
Yeah,
like,
it was-
if I wanted it,
that's not the
I
point.
have it.
The point is like so. So at the end of it, the landlord were really like. Because she reaffirmed, just like, you know, she was like, hey, you've never presented yourself as anything but young and respectable. Like, I have no doubts of anything you said. Tell
you're
me,
very
right?
well spoken. She
I was
said.
just about to say that.
And I said, but she's never heard my voice. That's the thing, right?
Right.
So like, it's only through messaging, only through knowing that I'm black. And so when I send out that message, Lord knows what comes back, right? Because it's a white lady who runs the show. Luckily, she was cool with it, and everything was all good. But just a nice little reminder that number one, interracial relationships come with their own little struggles, and being big and black, you know, gets you automatic prejudices. But luckily, I wasn't down in the dumps all day. Gave a call to my boy Sammy, talked to me for like 40 minutes, and then like it was like I just mentioned it at the start, and then talked about Sammy shit, and then Sammy like at the end he's like, "Damn, this entire call I thought about it." I was
like I thought like so he said it and I'm like, man, that sucks. And then we talked about other stuff, talk about the business, whatever. And then I'm just like, I got emotional. I'm like, because he was talking about like to TJ's credit,
Right.
TJ historically is not a softie when it comes to relationships. He's very much just like, that's my girl, whatever. It's off the side. Me, I'm the biggest. I'm weak. A weak sauce. I'm softy. Marcos knows this. He'll never let me forget. But apparently TJ once admitted that I'm starting to rub off on him a little bit. It's like, hey man, show your girl a little affection, show a little care. And so when he
Here's the love,
mentioned,
doctor.
and so when he did mention that, like, she felt bad that she
Yeah.
didn't recognize that when TJ was screaming, "Man, fuck you, bitch," to the online competitors,
Yeah.
with his headphones on, not thinking that somewhere in the ether, some angry white lady was gonna be like, "Oh yeah,
Yep,
he's
doing what they do."
beating,
Yeah.
he's doing what they do."
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I really processed that, and I'm like, that fucking hurts me. And it happens to me in my own way because I'm
Right.
Muslim, Mesa, Philo, whatever
Yeah.
this face is. People don't know depending on where I'm at.
Yeah.
I get the general, but specifically black, and she didn't get it. I felt bad for her because she felt bad about it. But it's
Yeah.
like, she shouldn't have to concern herself with that. But then he shouldn't have to concern himself with that type of bullshit from people not minding their own fucking business.
I told a story just to show you how complex, because people seem to just think racism is black or white things, like
Right.
not, you know, literally, but just figuratively,
Right.
black or white. No, it's a lot of fucking gray with it.
A lot of
I to-
flavors.
Yeah,
Right.
I told him a story before the show My mom had, my mom's a pharmacy tech. Like, she's been doing it for 20 years. Raises come with that. She doesn't do bad. And
Right.
so we moved on up to like a nice neighborhood in
To the
LaGrange.
east side.
Yeah,
To a deluxe apartment in the sky.
when I was a senior in high school, she always wanted this nice big brick house. She finally could afford it. She bought it. Nice neighborhood. Only black people in this nice neighborhood of doctors and, business owners and
Right.
old retirees. We live next door to an old retired vet named Mr. Doogie. I hope he's dead now.
Mr. Doogie?
Doogie.
You know that's racist.
Oh, he was a racist
Mr.
bitch.
Doogie.
So, old Mr. Doogie will call the cops literally every other day. Now, granted, it's my mother, my father, and me. That's it. Only people that live in the house, only people around. We don't party. Regular people.
You're a high school senior.
High school senior. I work at a video store. I go there.
Those still existed back then.
I come home.
He's
Yeah.
not that old, folks, but
Literally, every time I would pull up, he would be outside with the phone. And after a while, the cops stopped, of course, showing up because luckily in LaGrange, everyone knows my mom. Everyone loves my mom.
right.
She knows the chief of police. They went to school together. So he just ignored. He's like, Maureen, I'm sorry that, this happens to
Right.
you. We're not coming. Like, we'll tell him we're coming and we won't.
Right.
Fine. People across the street, they had just moved in. They moved from L.A. Ironically.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Because I know where the story's going, and I'm sorry.
All racist Californians move here because they feel like they have an open space.
Right. We
Now-
kick them out. Well, at least, the very least, give us credit. Californians,
Yeah, but they come fucking here, which is the problem.
but it's a nice warm body of racists in this world. So this is their hometown. And no one wants to live in Oklahoma.
So
really?
they need to go.
Really?
They deserve Oklahoma.
They deserve Oklahoma.
So these people move in, literally 2 days after they move in, call the cops on me for pulling in. Me and my cousin,
For going to your house.
me and my cousin, who are the same age, we're just talking, going to my house. They literally say, hey, look, we do not want any trouble. We don't need parties. We don't need any loud music. In which case I stopped them. I said, who the fuck are you? I lived here before you. Go fuck yourself. Get back in your house. You want problems? You can get problems. You bitch. And then they went back into their home. Again, we know the cops. They didn't show up.
And Tommy took 2 to the chest because they pulled out their guns. That's in my brain the
It's-
risk you took as
That
a
was
risky.
Motherfucking Texas, so my pops had like 8. So it doesn't. What could have been some Hatfield
been
McCoy's
fair.
type
Once
shit. It would have been
again,
fine.
the funniest part, and I've mentioned this before, is that there's a lot of places with really bad gun violence. Minnesota just
Minnesota.
like
Yeah,
they,
Minnesota's trash. But yeah, go ahead.
like they flipping over there, right?
Yeah. It's the new Alabama.
Texas actually surprisingly,
And just to prefix that, LaGrange just elected a female black mayor.
Here you go.
Not always black and white people. Like, and I tell
It's
people,
actually Tommy's mom. Tommy's mom got
she
elected.
thought about running. I was like, don't do that. But no, like, the thing is, I tell people this and it baffles them. The place I feel the safest, even after telling the story I just told, is LaGrange, Texas.
Well, that's just because everyone knows you.
See, that's the thing.
Everyone
Like,
knows you.
it's this weird thing of like like the anti-cop and a lot of perspective that yeah.
He's all-
Keep dropping knowledge. But
Keys
nah.
in the chat. We'll read it in a second.
But I definitely like when I go back home to like even Wiley, right? It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I might not be all for the cops or anything of that nature, but in your hometown, it's a little bit different if you're
different.
small town Texas, because yeah, you gonna know like my one of my best friends, his wife, who's also very close, right? Her mom was like the person, like that police officer that you like, sometimes see at the school, like would run through, like have a shift to just run through there sometimes.
right.
But also was like one of the ones around town. I've been pulled over, like in my senior year, I was pulled over dead ass midnight. The shit that like you'd have horror stories on, and they did that one of those. They were like, oh, number 79 on the football team. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
Shit, man.
It's great. Yeah, like, it's the one place that they have no choice but to look at you as a person because they see you every day and
Right.
they know who you are. They know who your parents are. They know where you come from. So they already know who you are.
Right.
And
You're one of the good ones. They say.
and it's still racist as fuck, but yeah, it's
But
that.
I'd rather be one of the good ones than one of the dead ones.
Right,
Right.
right.
Which
Like, I
is-
know none of those fuckers are gonna shoot me. Like, I know the former chief of police. I went to school with the chief now's son. Like, shit like that is nice. The fucking new mayor, I know she's damn near cousin. Like, I
Right,
know him.
right.
So I feel safe as fuck there. He wouldn't be safe. You probably wouldn't be safe because you're outsiders. And outsiders are more of a threat than just random
Like,
black people.
Outsiders. Good
Yeah.
God, man.
Yeah, it's one of those. They'll chase you out of town.
Like my top.
Wait, hold on, for the record, by the way, you invited me to LaGrange to brave the
Well, I would
storm.
have vouched for you.
For the
You would've
storm.
been
No, I would
fine.
have been. I would have been ice lynched. That would have been awful.
No,
I would have been
Ice lynched?
If you
Yeah,
know-
it's
Like, how does
lynching,
that work?
but on the snow where
If-
I'm just
On the
sliding across
snow.
They
behind.
like freeze you instead of light you on fire. Like he'll be okay.
They figure it
I
out.
mean,
If Marlene McGrew vouches for you, you're golden.
Damn, that sounds like a mob boss.
And I mean, one of
It
the,
is.
If you talk to Marlene McGrew, you will have safe passage through the
It
valley.
kind of is like that.
but he's right because I mean, even my like I know for a fact like the cops in my town, right? If they know you're from around there, it doesn't like. There's even instances where someone I know was drunk driving, right?
Yeah.
Like straight up drunk driving, middle of the night, but they were just like, oh, it's around like shit wasn't even the same week. It was like
Yeah.
it's around I don't know 4th of July holiday. Fuck it, go like
Yeah.
right. It's that
Come
type
on.
of thing. If
Happens all the time.
If you ain't got that city on your ID, or if you ain't got any sort of verification, or you're like, oh yo, like I know Bill Howard, the head coach of football, because I played there for
Throw a
4
name
years.
out.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, for
The
sure.
most prominent name in the city.
Let me tell you something. It used to be, and this is so great, this is so LaGrange. There used to be a place called Lookout Point on the bluff where it overlooked the entire town.
What is this, an 80s fucking comedy or something?
Or slasher
Jesus.
film? Yeah, kind of. I didn't
80s
think that shit
rom-com for
existed.
teenagers?
Right. So my girlfriend in high school, we went up there, we did our thing.
Is that the one that stabbed you?
Yeah, that's the one that stabbed me. Good memory,
time.
sir.
Another time. Another
Yeah, it's a whole
time.
nother story. But yeah, we were up there having sexual relations. The cop pulls up, does a whole flashlight. She's white as fuck, blonde, blue eyes, the whole nine. But she was
Your
known.
flavor.
She was known in town.
I'm just fucking with Tommy.
Variety.
I'm fucking with Tommy. I'm fucking with Tommy.
But yeah, no, so any other situation probably would be bad, really bad. Mm-hmm. But she was known as someone who got around,
And you wear that
And I was
badge
Marlene's
proudly.
son. So he was, evaluates, was like, kids, get your pants on and just get the hell out of here. Come on. Don't let me tell your mom. I know where she works. Just go. That's how that went.
See,
Yeah.
luckily Fresno is it's the 5th largest city in California.
That's a shame.
So there's pockets where people kind of know the community, but it's so spread out. It's not built vertically, it's built horizontally.
Yeah.
So you can find places where you can kind of know the people around you. Luckily, no one ever knew me, and I didn't go out because I was lame. So I never got into situations like that. And even if I did, I'd probably have full anonymity, which would probably been a bad thing because I probably would have been shot. Booze Beat Knockin' donated $15.
Nice.
As Drew, I appreciate you, Drew.
Split that 4 ways.
Dead men tell no tales. But
What's the population of Fresno?
it's
pretty big.
It's bigger than Rhode Island.
Holy shit.
It's I think
Well, it's not
hold
a
on.
small town.
Oh no, it's not a small town. No, it's not a small town
I
at all.
didn't even know it was a
While he's
city.
pulling that up, fortunately, Key, because that's fucked up.
But yeah, let me go ahead and pull this up.
Yeah, what did Keith say?
Because he was like,
so hold on, let's preface this. Key is half black, half white.
Right.
He's 6'7". He's fucking massive.
Looks Hawaiian.
He looks Hawaiian. He looks Hawaiian because he wears Hawaiian shirts all the
I know.
time. But no, Key's one of a guy who did the animation at the beginning. One of our close friends. He's one of the best people I met while I was working at Double Toast. A fucking
He's a
phenomenal
member
dude.
of this team. You
He's a
may
member
not
of this
see
team.
him, but
Behind
he
the
is it.
scenes, I
Yes.
fucking love Key. But he wrote in the chat, TJ.
I was just a friend to my white ex-girlfriend's family for 8 months. Her brother even asked, "You're not fucking the black guy, are you?" And she laughed and said no. Then she told me the story and said it wasn't a big deal. That was my first racist moment ever, so that shit... Damn, nigga, write this shit right. That was my first racist moment ever, so that shit took like over a year to really set in. And luckily, you know what? And I feel that, like, because especially when you go into navigating an interrelationship.
So it was a get out situation.
Yeah, no, it's like, you're not dating that black fellow, are you? Like, feller, probably hard R feller. It's not a good sign.
No.
And by the way, Key is like the jolliest dude ever.
The nicest
If you
guy.
think about
So cool.
the word jolly It's key.
Yeah. If you want your daughter to feel safe and be with a good guy,
Right.
that's key, or you.
Shut up. But me and Key are cut from the same cloth.
Right.
He's
very similar.
But
similar beliefs.
But the fact that he's just half, and he looks Hawaiian. He's
matter.
racially ambiguous.
There's a reason people say Patrick Mahomes is black.
Yeah,
it's just the way it is.
He's very Patrick Mahomes.
It's still Florida, though, right?
Yeah, he's in Florida.
Yeah.
God damn,
I mean,
get
it's
the
Florida.
fuck out of Florida, Key.
But my
Don't
thing
come
is,
to Texas, granted. But get the fuck out of Florida, man.
the fortunate thing, and something that's something I've actually never had to experience. Any of the girls I've been with, I had one girl who was one of the shortest girls I've like dated. She asked me like date one. She was like, "What's your family think about you dating a white girl?" And I said, I should be asking you.
Marcus,
Yeah.
have you
Should
ran
be the
into
other way
this
around.
ever for
Something
Mexican?
tells me no.
I mean, no, I've ran
Mexican.
into it in both spectrums.
Really?
The most. Yeah, like
Okay.
I've ran into it from my extended family being weirded out that I was dating someone not Mexican. I've ran into it.
Yeah, you can pass.
Yeah.
Eagle Pass, border town.
Yeah.
But I mean, even the other way, it's just like you just grind it out. Like I guess, like it's just you. I don't know. I always have already had the mindset that it's like the perfect girl for me would be an orphan. I don't like families for the most part.
I'm with him with that shit. I fucking hate. I barely deal with my own family. I don't want to deal with anybody else's family, which was a huge problem in my last relationship.
Right.
Huge, because I'm just not a family person.
Like it's not even like racism plays a part in it, but it's cultural. Like it's like the culture that I grew up in, that really mestizo Mexican thing doesn't jive with a lot of other cultures in America, and it's just like, yeah, man, you're invited to the cookout or you're not, and that's why I don't even like going home.
Right. and that's what's funny because this is even weirder.
Yeah.
My experience, maybe it says something about me. Every girl I've either dated or tried talking to or gotten close with, they think it's weird that my family unit is so tight. Like, I have a good family, like good parental relations. My siblings, I'm cool with all of them.
Right.
I don't hate my family, but a lot of mostly Mexican girls I date have dads that are like the most fucked up human beings in the world, and they think it's weird that my dad's like a halfway decent dude. It's weird. I've ran
Your
into
dad
that.
never went to prison?
Right? No.
What?
Your dad never like beat the hell out of you? Like, I'm the fourth, so he probably got tired by me. Let's
God
be honest.
damn.
I'm the fourth kid.
No, I mean the beating the hell out of you.
No. He never like look, standard spanking. He didn't.
Of course, yeah. This is old school raising.
Right. The legend was, by the time it got to me, where it was don't fuck up or you might get it, and so I had the fear of God in me, so I never took a chance.
Right.
The reason why I'm so jolly and don't take too many. I'm not a bad boy, as you would say, Tommy.
Yeah.
And everybody here, TJ, Marcos, is because I didn't want to get demolished by my dad, who boxed for fun.
Yeah.
That's a madman.
Still
right
your
there.
dad, so you
Still
still
a dad.
fear him, yeah.
Right.
Look,
Right.
my thing is, I don't like. I guess I'm the opposite. It's not. I'm like my I guess I'm real close to my family.
Right.
I'm definitely not, but I am the loner type within my family of like being like, I don't call every day. I ain't gonna call every
I'm
day.
the same way.
I'm
I'ma
just putting
call
up
every
Fresno's
once in a while.
population before it gets too done with
It's
it.
okay.
But like, you know, I mean, I made it through Indian parents, and I said,
right.
Oh, God.
No,
damn.
that's right. No, he dated someone
Holy
who was Indian.
shit.
I think
that's
Chinese might be the only.
So I literally, I said,
tough. Yeah,
said,
they're about
For you?
the same.
Oh, harder.
No, just hard parents.
So, and
Oh,
my-
actually,
my-
I did date a Chinese chick.
Well,
so that's
the idea being that culturally, there's an expectation that you stay within certain
Especially,
parameters.
yeah,
Indian
Middle Eastern,
being
Indian
one of those
culture,
things,
yeah.
Asian being one of those things, Mexican in a lot of
and
ways.
it's not even,
Yeah,
and it's not even the one
somewhat.
you're thinking about, right? Like,
Oh, for real?
nah, because she's half white, half
Well, that, you
Indians?
can deal with that a little
Right.
bit better.
But I was like, but I've straight up met Indian parents, and like it was the acknowledgement of like, yes, I am sleeping with your daughter, but all I had to do was wave
You have to
that
say it
off.
like that, man. You could have just said dated. You
Nah.
could have just said dated.
Wasn't
Keeps it
dating,
100. Yeah.
but
No, but like, come on. I've met parents
Fucking your
before.
daughter,
I've
okay,
met parents
that's what-
before, and
yeah.
that's the presumption. But you don't open and,
I didn't
and walk
say
around
that.
like
I was-
no.
You didn't
No,
say
TJ was like walking around like
the
this.
strut.
that was the
peacocking.
presumption.
Yeah.
Like,
Come on, you
see
don't peacock in
you
front
see
of
this
the parents.
random friend that they've never met before in their life who is like, look. So the point is, all I said was after I made it through that, I was like, look, white parent, like I haven't met my current girlfriend's
Parents?
dad.
Ooh.
Oh no, just her dad.
Dad, okay.
I met her
That's
mom
the
because her
worst
mom's
part,
down
yeah.
here. And then, but it was because of quarantine and
Right.
COVID, right? So
That's
and
a
then
luck. That's lucky right there.
I meet her dad in a couple weeks, but both of them were like, "Oh God, dating our daughter. Thank God. Right?
They say, "Oh God, you're black." I thought that's what you were going with it.
They did not care about that one
That's
bit.
good.
And honestly, like for any ethnic parents, I usually am just like, look, I can take you to a vacation house that I have money in. So
Yeah, she's taken care of. It's fine.
Right.
I mean, I will say on the weird flip side, like one of the hardest places where I got approval was a black family because they were from St. Vincent, like really tight island
Oh,
people.
shit, yeah. It's still
it's
like
tough.
Yeah.
Look, and since we all had our racist girlfriend stories, I got one.
No one's. To be fair, no one was racist against me because I was
Because
within.
you were within your
I was within the Central American, South American.
So whereas
Acceptable.
everybody, so all of us are like, yeah, we'll date whatever. Sammy has. He's
He
like,
has
No,
a
no,
height.
no. There's a difference.
She's got to look like Selena.
No one else likes me. There was a time. There was a time
You're
in high
limiting
school.
yourself,
There was a
son.
time in high school. No, there was a time in high school where I was oblivious to women, where black women.
That's what I could see.
Loved me.
Yeah,
So
I
here
could
was
still see
no.
that.
It was hilarious. There's one time that peaks in my brain about like how oblivious I was to women in high school. So I'm football shape. 250 pounds of lean, sexy. But I had no idea because I thought
You're
I was
stupid in high
no. I
school.
always thought I was
I was
fat.
the same way.
I always
Yeah,
thought I was fat.
I was the same
And
way.
so I had summer training, the season.
Yeah.
Tan, lean, junior, looking good on the varsity.
Yeah.
And I'm walking with my fucking bag full of pads, and not to be stereotypical of the voice, but she goes, "Hey, 74, what position you play?" And I look over and I'm like, "Tackle," and I just keep walking.
Oh, goddamn.
It was like she was checking me. She was checking me
it couldn't
out.
be more obvious.
It couldn't be more obvious.
Oh, good.
But
I
to
mean,
me,
I
I was
would've
like,
taken it back. I would've
tackle.
said, "Hey."
And from the peripheral, because I didn't really look at them because
Yeah.
I was like shy for whatever reason.
It's high
cute.
school.
They were
I mean,
cute.
You're your own worst enemy in high
Oh,
school.
yeah. It was
Tackle
very
isn't
bad.
a position you brag about, so I kind of
In the
understand the
NFL.
shot.
No, but in the NFL, yes. No, but if you're 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot in high school,
I'm not disparaging your stats.
Oh, yeah.
I'm explaining the childlike mentality of being
I
like,
didn't know what a tackle was. When
yeah.
I was young.
Right, oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like, are you a fullback? No.
That's not any better. No, but to be fair, look, I dated a girl for 8 years. Her family, full-on Republican, had money, this, that, and the other.
Wow.
I give them credit. Never, ever made me feel anything other than just welcome, and they were the nicest people, helped me out. If I needed help, I could call them. They would be there in a flash, treated me like family. But there was a sister-in-law.
ooh,
The brother's wife, she was from Louisiana, trailer parks.
Trailer parks.
Yeah, exactly what you would expect. Thanksgiving, first Thanksgiving there, everybody else cordial, we're just talking about regular thing, movies, sports, race even an issue.
Why would it be?
Why would it be? And that's their philosophy. She comes to the table, "Hey Tommy, I'm sorry we have all this white food. I know you probably want some chitlins or some greens.
Oh, no.
I bet that's what Thanksgiving's like in your house. Some cornbread. That is some good
was there a
food."
mean tone, or was this like? Because there's a
It was genuine.
okay.
She didn't mean it to be mean. She thought
I was about to say
being
like that's that kind of like
Ignorant racist.
serious.
which
She's
is
dumb
like
as fuck.
almost excusable because it's like you just don't know anyone, sweetheart.
She's dumb as fuck. They hate her, by the way. Like they couldn't.
Well, yeah,
stand
if you
her.
say things like that in your family, that's bringing down the curve.
Even the grandma used to buy me every year. She would buy me Dolce and Gabbana cologne. Every year.
That's a good grandma.
$150.
I thought you were going to say the grandma bought you chitlins every
No,
Sunday.
no, she was great.
No, I just saw
The grandma was fantastic.
Right.
And this bitch, literally, it was always something. But she was genuine, like, oh, what did you guys used to have? Hog maws? I heard that was a thing.
But
that
this
black
also
people eat.
like that ignorant
And it was-
racism like that is
yeah.
like I just want to know like
Right.
this is
No,
all
it was
I know.
genuine. It was
yeah.
genuine. Like she, genuinely believed that. And I'm just, I'm not an asshole. I'm just
Right.
like,
She showed you
I
affection
never-
in a way.
See,
in her way.
In
and
her
I,
way.
I was like, no, I'll let them take care of you because they're going to get in your ass. I already know it because they're embarrassed as fuck right now.
Right.
Literally, the grandma was like, that entire time.
Right.
And so when we left, my girl was like, yeah, they just told her how much of an embarrassment she is. I was like, yeah, no, I figured they
See-
would.
my thing is, I'm actually because I'm at. So 2 points, right? I'm in the flip camp of,
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of you have that whole thing where you're like, yeah, that's what's attracted to you, right? I'm in this weird camp of I'm not quite hood enough to just be exclusively with white women. That's not my
Right.
thing.
Well, which
Yeah.
would have been funny because, like, when the lady met you, like, your landlord never heard you speak. You should have been like, "What?" you should have just been like,
no.
the most- That would have been funny.
Just
as fuck.
totally. You should have went just straight 1990s
You
LA
should've-
with it. What's up, Mark? What you talking?
When he said no, when he
Four
said
dudes
that,
about to get evicted.
no, when he said that, it's like, hey, we have some concerns about you beating your girlfriend. What then? She was acting up. Like, you should have just been the most stereotypical. That would have
Okay.
been.
That's how you.
Yeah.
That's how you
No,
get
I'm all about
arrested.
I'm all about conflict de-escalation.
As
and
am
the
I.
whole point
But I'm
is
also
I
about
use-
absurdist comedy. So
And that
that's the
message
branch I'm in.
I think what she got was she noticed that in all my messages or anything I've ever sent, I actually have semicolons and
like
proper
grammar and
punctuation.
shit? Yeah.
I put you in color, so she was like, oh, so you've only ever put. But my thing
his
is, like,
email signature was where he worked, which is very lucrative and very
That's
professional.
all you really would have to do.
But-
I work for this Fortune 500 company. Leave me alone.
But my whole point is on the inverse, right? I actually kind of feel rougher on people who come into my family because the thing is, my mom, dead ass. I don't think she gives a fuck if I say this. My mom brings in $5K a paycheck, so she ain't worried about people. She ain't like my family. That's like the upper like my aunts, all nurses, all in the same wealth grab.
Well, where is your mom from?
Zimbabwe. So
Zimbabwe.
my family's African, right?
Whole different breed,
So-
right
so-
there.
so-
Nothing but success.
Right.
You better bring that success.
Right. So
that's
I come
why
from
she like-
I come from slaves, so it's different.
But they brought the best over. I
Oh,
thought
we built the fucking country. But despite that, it's slight differences. Oh, trust me, he's still gonna get called a nigga just like me. Don't get it twisted. But no, I like that. That parents from Africa just come from straight Africa. It's
Wakanda. Let's
Forever.
call Zimbabwe. Wakanda. It's fine. It's amazing. Zimbabwe.
it's
I want to
all-
go to Zimbabwe. You make it seem.
I do
sound
too.
Like
I've always wanted to go to
Oh,
Zimbabwe.
y'all guys can stay on a compound.
He has a compound. Remember you brought that up? He has a fucking compound.
I don't
in
have a
Zimbabwe.
compound. My uncle does.
You know I
But-
want to go to the motherland, but go ahead.
But the whole point is, right, that's the thing. Like, whenever my mom, like, I dead ass, like, the reason why some people are like, oh, like, you don't usually have girlfriends. Like, it's like, number one is because, I don't usually flow that camp. Gotta
Right.
catch me. I'm like a Pokemon. I'm the legendary.
Yeah.
But,
He's doing shinies.
yeah, like, dog, I have a very low catch rate. But,
Oh damn!
the other side of the perspective is, I also don't want girls to have to go through that whole, like, the thing was, that Michaela entered the house and was evaluated from that moment
It's a
on.
little different.
No,
And she was just like, and it was like success paradigm.
No, we got it too. My mom. We'll
we
get
have
to
it too,
yeah.
but it's all in different ways. See?
Right.
Like, yeah, it's success there, right? For me, it's you need to know when to shut the fuck up. You're not a member of this family. You're lucky you're here. Know your place. Don't step in. Be scenery. Be in the background. If you say some shit, you done. You ain't in this family. Go. And my family will legitly. My family has done this shit. Especially my aunt, R.I.P. I love her to death.
Oh my god,
my
is
aunt
this
May.
the one that recently passed.
It's the one that recently
man, hey,
passed.
speak to her. Speak to her real
Kept it
quick, man. Like that aunt.
real, man.
Tell us a little bit about it, just real quick. Just I want to hear about
She's my
her.
favorite aunt. Like literally, growing up, she was always right down the street. Her and my cousin, who's like my twin because we're
What's
the
her
same
name?
age. My aunt May. Her real name's Ruby, but we called her May.
Aunt May,
Aunt
goddamn, not goddamn, that's awful. Goddamn it,
she-
rest in
she would
peace.
love it. She
Oh,
would-
goddamn
she
it,
would
rest in
love it,
peace,
yeah.
Aunt May. But
And,
no, but
like,
she had just recently passed.
She
Just for
just
preface it.
passed. Yeah, she passed yesterday.
So for those of you who
Had a
believe,
battle with COVID. Yeah.
prayers up.
H, if you don't mind.
Age 70.
Oh, okay.
70.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
COVID complications. People, please be safe out there. Keep it
Yes.
serious. We're all
Take
got
that
vaccines
shit
in here.
very seriously.
And but Tommy, I mean, to be your favorite aunt.
My favorite. Cause see, she used to intimidate the fuck out of me growing up because
Right.
she was not like the rest. Like her and my mom, and they're back to back. Like my mom's 65 and she was 70.
Mm-hmm.
And they couldn't be more opposite. My mom's like a saint. She doesn't cuss, smoke, drink. My aunt did all that shit
At the same time.
at the same goddamn time and wanted you to say some shit about it.
Right.
And she would call you a dumb bitch in front of your face. She had
I love
no
that.
qualms whatsoever. She just kept it real all the goddamn time.
Mm-hmm.
So when you come to a family event, she's kind of the one that will make you feel like, okay, if this motherfucker's not welcome, I'll
Right.
make sure that they know that they're not welcome. Have no problem with that. The rest will kind of just shun, ignore,
Right.
things like that.
Courtesy.
Yeah,
Common courtesy.
She will say, look, baby, I'm going to tell you like this. don't nobody here give a fuck about you.
Jesus Christ.
For your own good, you don't need to be around
At least
us.
my family will lie.
If you want to fuck him, do
lie
it.
to your face.
Do that. You don't need to come around us because we don't like you. End of story. Go about your business.
Oh.
That's what she was always kind of the one that people wanted to impress.
Right.
So like when I was
She was the
bringing-
key.
She was kind of if
She
she
was-
liked you, you're golden.
Right.
Like if she liked you,
If you brought a
everybody's
girl,
gonna like you.
so did she like your ex?
She did like my ex. She really liked my ex. All my family did because she knew how she did just that.
She
Background.
knew
She
when
was scenery.
to shut the fuck up.
She was just there. Yeah. Don't speak unless spoken to. Don't hop into conversations that you know nothing about. You're just there. You're there to support my nephew.
Right.
And so she did that, and then so my aunt started talking to her more and more.
Mm-hmm.
They got to conversating, and they became, good friends. Like I'm sure my ex is a little broken up right now about it too, and it's just like like that was her thing. But she always kept it real. So if you ever hear me just say "fuck it" or "fuck you" or "suck a dick," that comes from my aunt.
That's May
That's
in your
May.
soul.
That's Aunt May.
Did she was she vaccinated and everything?
She'd get too late. Too late. She had it. She thought she'd kind of gotten over it. So she had gotten vaccinated, after the fact, but she had pneumonia from it.
Oh,
And the
damn.
pneumonia just escalated from there.
Well, my
Life.
condolences, because 70 is still too early.
Too early.
Because she started going.
Too
Because the thing
early.
is, what's the funniest part is it's actually a lot of the people who smoke, drank
Yeah.
without resolve, that the ladies, never for guys, but
Never
the
for
ladies
guys.
that always make it the farthest. It's
Oh,
always
yeah.
funny.
They're hardened, man.
Yeah, she was hard as fuck.
Right.
And she looked like Aretha Franklin. Like she looked exactly, it was crazy.
Well, the whole thing is because that's basically what I told Michaela. I was
Yeah.
like, hey, look, I understand that because she's younger. She's younger than me, right? So she has like, and she's always proud of herself. And she's like, I always like having the ability to say what I want, being able to express myself. I said, cool, do that, not at my house.
Yeah.
I said, you cannot go into an African household, be like saying, some 2021 stuff. All right, you got to prep yourself. My mom is super accepting. It's not like that. Not like
Yeah.
any of the things you might be thinking of. But
My mom is easy to
Every
get
ethnic
past. Yeah.
household is like,
Well,
this is
well,
something we
well-
get into the other podcast, but it's like
Nuance.
you got to subtract 40 years from American culture.
It's true.
Right. No,
That's
now,
true.
Marcus, you have a white girlfriend,
Yeah.
but your mom loves her, to my understanding. I've been around both of them.
Yeah,
at
well,
the
the
same
problem
time.
is I am a problem child and have broken every rule. So they're just like, all right,
one
whatever.
who can keep you under
Yeah,
control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, it's not even that. It's just like once my mom gave up on me having a Mexican sweetheart, like 18. No, I dated there was only 3 white girls in Eagle Pass, and I dated
Holy
all of them.
shit. It's like I'm out. What am I supposed to do now?
yeah, he broke up with the second one. Said, shit, I only got one more. I can't. I'm running out of stock.
I got to go to Austin.
Like a goddamn video game live.
That's actually why he went to the army. He said, "Nah, I'm out."
Yeah, I gotta leave the
Hold on.
country.
Went to the military.
Juneau, Alaska. Are there white women there? Because that's where you
Nothing-
were at, right?
I was in
Anchorage.
Anchorage, and no, there's a lot of Native people there too.
Yo, time out. Since it's freeform podcast, is Alaska
look at-
worth
look
visiting?
at where we're at,
Yes,
guys.
fuck
This
yeah.
is the freeform podcast.
It is
Like summertime.
No, in the summertime. Well, in both, because you can't snowboard in the summer.
Well, I just want to see the Northern Lights.
You have to go in the winter.
I don't fucking care. I want to see.
You want to go to
Northern
Alaska?
Lights.
I don't want to go to Alaska ever.
So in the summer, it's like it's the perfect weather. It's like 70 degrees
Isn't
every
it
day.
like daytime?
Forever.
Forever?
Yes, you walk out of a bar at 3:00 in the morning, and then the sun hits your face,
I
and
don't
you're
like
like,
that very much.
"No, it's awesome."
Yeah, I'm ugly.
No,
But
in
wait,
the day.
on the flip, isn't night for longer also?
Yes, there's only 3 hours of.
Do we have anybody from Alaska here?
No.
'Cause I'm about to talk shit.
Hey,
Statistically, no.
yo, time out. How many kids you think we got?
Right, so this is the state of Alaska. I was only here,
Okay.
so it's worse if you go.
Well, they give away land, so obviously it's not great.
See, but I want to just bounce it back to my experience. So you guys have ethnically charged hierarchies for your partners
Yeah.
or whatever. My parents are so progressive; it's hilarious. Like they accept everybody. My brother's was dated, married an African woman. She was from the Côte d'Ivoire. That's how I know how to say it. So she's pure African.
Right.
My brother wore a gold crown and a gold elephant at his wedding day and gold sandals. That's
pretty
Why
cool.
as fuck.
No, it was great.
Yeah.
I mean, that party was fun. Didn't work out. Whatever. Now he's dating a white woman.
Hey, you said that party was fun. Y'all ain't see my shit yet. Holla
I
at
can't-
me,
I'm gonna go
bye.
do-
Oh, motherfucker,
Hey,
if we don't get it, invited, then we got a
Y'all
problem.
stupid.
Right.
Y'all-
No, so that was a
Better be
pregame.
elephants at that motherfucker.
No, a solid gold elephant. That shit was baller as fuck.
Yeah,
Let
but
me
they
tell
do
you-
it
let me
big. I
just
saw
tell you
Coming
right
to
now,
America. I know
if
how
y'all-
it goes.
if y'all think I'm the only one contributing to my wedding, hell no. My family has been saving up for years for this shit. It's
Right.
wild.
No, and
It's
that was
gonna
her
be a party.
family. Her family.
Dowry's making a comeback.
No, but her family was of not royalty is the wrong word, but of affluence, I guess you could
Yeah.
say over there. And so, which was hilarious because we're talking about expectations about partners.
Yeah.
I've told the story to you guys personally, but not maybe on air. My brother's Mexican, of course, Mexican, and she introduces. She goes, "I have a boyfriend." You know, my brother's name, his formal name or his regular name, Gilbert. Gilberto is my brother's real name.
Right.
Gilbert is my boyfriend. He's Mexican. And the first thing they say is, "Oh my God, he's gonna beat her."
Jesus.
That was their presumption of what Mexican men were.
Thanks, Donald
I've
Trump.
heard that
Yeah,
one
right.
too.
My brother is one of the kindest fucking souls ever. He
Yeah,
would never
right.
put his hands on a woman ever.
But
No, I'm kidding. No, there's no but. He would never, and he never did. Didn't work out with a white woman comedian. She's off the wall. She's lovely, and nobody mattered. My oldest sister married a white guy. The whitest. He was in a ska band. That's how white he was.
That's really white.
Bay Area ska. Todd is his name. Todd.
Even more white.
Exactly. Can't get more white
Yeah.
than Todd from the Bay Area.
plays
He's from
in the
Fresno,
ska
but
band.
it's ska band in the Bay Area. But Todd's been a part of my life since I was 12.
Right.
Dude's awesome. And I have another brother-in-law who's Mexican. Tejano from El Paso. So they don't care. But me, I'm the baby. So I have my oldest sister who's 12 years older than me. She is the most fucking cruel individual right off the bat.
Right.
The last girl I was talking to, the one that was like smart, gonna be a lawyer, and whatever. I kind of talked to her about it. She goes, "Oh, she travels. Oh, she's trying to be a lawyer." I accept. That was the first time I've ever heard that. I've had several girlfriends that my parents have known about. None of them ever met them, but they knew about him. First girlfriend, she had a nose ring, a septum piercing.
Right. I've seen her.
Beautiful, right?
Gorgeous.
Great.
Michaela
great.
has tattoos, and I was scared.
No, yeah. My girl had the first girlfriend had tattoos and everything, but the septum piercing was the thing. My sister looks at her 2 seconds. I don't like her. I was like, why? She got a nose ring like a bull.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? She ended up being right. Didn't work out. Whatever.
I don't know about that one.
No, she wouldn't know, but she's whatever. The first girlfriend was cool. It just
Right.
didn't work out. That was standard. So the other one that came around was one you guys know. She's a bit younger than me. I was 26 at the time. She was 21, so it was 5-year difference or so.
Yeah.
So I tell her, yeah, I have a girlfriend. How old is she? 21. Oh, she can play with the Barbies that my daughter has.
Yeah, your sister's
That was
tough,
yeah. She
dude.
was quick.
Your sister's like
Shoot.
my aunt's daughter, the one
Yeah.
I was telling you about.
Yeah.
That's her.
Yeah.
Like you have to if you get past my
You
cousin.
mean your
then
cousin? Yeah, I was like, why'd you
My
say your
aunt's the
aunt's daughter? I was
boss.
like,
Yeah, your cousin. Yeah.
my aunt, my late aunt, she was Bowser.
Right.
So you have to get past,
Right.
You
The
know,
Koopa
my
kids?
cousin first because my my cousin is your sister.
Right.
Any little thing, she'll say, "Hey, send me a pic. Let me see what she looks like."
Right.
Okay.
It was just so funny because she like that.
Yeah.
She was like, that's I call my little niece Stephanie. Oh, she could play with Stephanie's Barbies, and I was like, damn, you
It
ain't
was-
even seen her
It was
yet.
one girl I was kind of feeling. I told my cousin mistakenly, and she was like, "Send me a pic." I sent her a pic, and she simply sent back no. Period, and that was it. And I was like, "God damn, okay, really?" He's like,
It'd be
"Yeah,
like
that's
that
it."
because, like, you know, when like, and once again, I gotta reiterate, you know, my family, it's not just a matter of the color of your tone, right? It is literally just the cultural backlog of respect and how that respect is interpreted by different cultures
Yeah.
and communities. Because I was like, because Michaela sometimes she'll be like, if I call her, she'll be like, okay, yeah, she'll say what, and I'm like, oh, I can't say what to anybody in my family. I can't say what to myself.
Right.
I don't say what to you.
Right.
So don't say what to
So
me.
what's in your family? What do you say instead of what? Like someone calls you and you say,
Respond with like their name, like, or not.
like your mom calls you, hey, TJ.
She'd say, oh yeah, it's like, oh, come here, and then I'd be like, I could say it depends because if my mom's like, "We upano," I just don't reply and then come.
Okay.
Most of the time,
Was that a
if she's-
Zimbabwe term you just used?
Yeah, we upano.
Wingapano. What does that mean? Just come here?
Yeah, come here.
Okay.
We upano. I would just come there. I just literally
Right.
walk downstairs. And my mom's like, "Yo, Taylor,"
You're
that
there.
usually means she usually follows it up with just come downstairs. I was like, but sometimes like if my mom's simple, like I'll be like, "Oh yeah, what's up?" Like just not what. Like it can't just be what. You can't just say a firm statement because my mom was like, "Who you saying what to?"
Right.
That's her thing.
Right.
My mom
Well,
is
is yeah acceptable?
yeah. It's,
Okay.
yeah. So my mom is like literally the sweetest person, but she has one thing, and it's just a respect thing. But the moment you cut that, it's as if you've entered villain territory. My mom will strike you down. But luckily, but I
I
want
will
to
become
See,
more powerful
almost-
than you could possibly
The
imagine.
issue with Spanish is there's literally words that are like you only use for people that you respect.
What's your word?
It's Monday.
Mande. So
Yeah.
and
it's
there's a
instead
whole,
you don't say que, you say Monday.
Well, there's this flip. So
Yeah.
Mande is Mexican, and Mande apparently is rooted, and this is as your friend Nicole was her name.
Yeah.
Nicole coined it as the Takis Latinx, because the very forward thinking progressive people we need, but sometimes not realistic in their scope.
Yeah.
They would see Mande. They looked at the root of it, and apparently it's I guess one of the terms that the Spanish taught the indigenous to use as a form of respect / demanding respect, as in like servitude, like slavery type of thing. And so for they're saying like, well, if you say Mande to your parents, like you're their slaves.
Yeah, there you go.
We growing up is just like hey Samuel Mande.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what? It means what? Or what can I, what do you need?
Well, I tell you what a key is with just traditional black, family. You have to speak. No, you have to. If you enter a home,
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
we come from the same place, so it's
Right. It's
it
Texas.
just-
Texas home.
Yeah, no, you're like, hey, we're from the same place. Tradition, anyway. So that's one of those traditions that just kind of goes, and it's just like, yeah, no, if you don't say a word, whew,
Now that's coming into a home. You're either introducing yourself or letting your presence be known, type of thing.
Yeah, no, you have to be hello, how are you, yada yada. Yeah, and you have all that. If you just come in, you don't say anything, even if you're just shy and you just don't want to overstep. No, like my mother has kicked people out of her home
Jesus.
just for that. I have a cousin. He's 18. He's a little bitch, very disrespectful. Didn't saw my mother. I mean, if you see
you
them,
went to yourself.
if you see them anywhere,
No, that's me. That is me and my family.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, if you see
Disrespect.
them anywhere, not even have to step in their home. If you see them, you have to speak. Hi, Aunt Mo. That's what they call my mom.
Right.
You have. Every other cousin has said it. This little motherfucker decided not to. Oh, he's graduating this year. My mom
he's
was
a
like,
little
"You
baby.
can't speak to anybody. What's the problem?"
Right.
It's like, I don't feel like talking right now. Oh shit!
Don't feel like what?
You're right.
Walk past my mom. My mom. What did you say to me, boy? You speak. When the grown up talks to you, you speak. Like she just lost her
Oh
shit.
yeah.
And it's like she didn't let it go for a week. She was like, you know what? If I ever see you and you doing something wrong, I'm calling the cops on you. I want the
Jesus
cops.
Christ.
I want you to tell the cops that you are Maureen's nephew. I want you to tell them that. They're going to come to my door. They're going to knock on it. They're going to say, Maureen, is this your nephew? I'm going to say, no, I've never seen him in my life. I'm like, God damn, ma.
Bro, see-
It fired her up. And then the motherfucker had the audacity to ask her, Aunt Mo, what are you getting me for graduation? She says, open your hand up. What do you see? Nothing. That's what I'm getting you because you nothing but a disrespectful little Negro. And she walked away. She hates him. And she should because he's a bitch.
I'm just saying, it sounds like you and your mom and Aunt May were cut from the same cloth. Let's be
Same
honest.
side of the different coin, man.
I guess so,
Same
man.
side of the different coin. It's there. She just doesn't tap into it like my aunt did.
My mom,
but
my,
it's
my
there.
mom got crunk at my. I've never seen like my mom. My mom got crunk at my little cousin.
Yeah.
She's not little. She's a year younger than me. But at the time, she got caught, having sex at her dad's house.
Oh no.
The thing was, if you think, I had it strict, right? Because my mom, she's of 4 girls and 1 guy, right? And she's like, so she holds women at a super, like the younger girls in her family at a super high caliber.
Yeah.
Right.
They paid for a ticket because she lives in Canada. They paid for a ticket to fly her down, just so she should get yelled at by my mom. Me and my older brother looked at each other. We had never heard my mom use that sort of vernacular in our entire lives. because of how crunk she was getting.
Yeah.
And she was going in between Shona and cuss words. And so I was sitting there, and that's how you know it's messed up. Because if my mom's mad, it's like, cool, English is tier 1, strictly Shona is tier 2.
Yeah.
English and Shona with cuss words is when you've really fucked up. Because my mom
Right.
was dropping hard F-bombs. You would
shit.
never think.
It's like the brain can't translate the hate itself. It
Yeah.
doesn't parse through the
Like,
filter of one or the other languages.
Because I'd be sitting there, and I was like, I was like, oh, word. And
Oh my!
I was like, oh, dear. Oh,
Became
dear.
Dorothy
Oh dear,
my.
oh lordy. But all of these things to say, right? Like, ethnic background, and we all have different variables, right? But just don't be racist. Don't like.
That's
We'll
the
accept
moral
you.
of all
Moral of the
this.
story is you'll be accepted. Have just be
Respect.
respect people.
Black people, it's just respect.
Just
Right.
no, it's
Yeah.
any culture.
Really,
anyway.
yeah.
And it's
Right.
Except
White people don't care.
They don't
Yeah.
care.
They don't care.
That's why you could call some
Yeah.
of their families in their first names. And my girlfriend
Hey,
has
Carl.
like,
I've had girlfriends call their mom a bitch to their face.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
no.
I'm like, God
Dude,
damn.
I don't speak Spanish. My
Yeah.
first girlfriend, mom spoke a little English, but mostly Spanish.
Right.
I used the wrong form. I said "tú" instead of "usted," which is it's informal, formal.
Yeah.
I used the informal, and both of them yelled at me, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, but
No.
I
Even I
ended
know
up
that.
fixing it.
That's
They were
not
cool.
good.
but I've just dated enough Hispanic. But seriously. But the good part is, I wasn't sad for too long yesterday. Not only did I get my landlord to, reconfirm everything and be like, basically say, I don't give a fuck what you do. Like,
Right.
I know you're fine.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, I shared Sammy a video that makes me
God damn it!
extremely happy.
Oh.
All
I
right,
was
we're
about to
gonna-
say, I feel like this is the only topic we're getting
Well,
to
no.
tonight.
I want to get
we'll
to
get
the
off
Twitch
the-
one,
You're right.
but we're gonna do this one. Take a quick break, refill my
Right,
drink, and then
right.
we'll go to the Twitch one. The Twitch one is very interesting.
Yeah.
It is the topic of the moment right now. We are on Twitch, so I do want to go over this, but we're not gonna watch all of this.
Oh, yes, we are.
Oh, we are.
Hell yeah,
Well,
this shit's
fine.
great.
Fine. Do you guys want to do a commentary while I go refresh my beverage because I've already
Sure.
seen this?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's
Man, I'm
all
gonna
laugh
take a
while you're at
piss.
it.
All right, well, so we're gonna play the saga. There's no way I can picture in picture. I haven't figured that quite out yet.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play the saga, but you guys, they'll be able to hear Tommy and TJ commentate on this. We're gonna go about for our commercial break while me and Marcos go refresh beverage.
Marco,
take a
you
piss.
gotta hurry back.
So Twitch is having a bit of a problem
Right.
where on the front page you're finding scantily clad women that are doing these called hot tub or bathtub streams. What they do is they put a blow up pool in their living room. They wear the skimpiest of bikinis, and then they do just regular chat shit. Like they talk to their fans or they play games, but they're in like their boobs are out,
Right.
whatever. That's not the concern. Women have the right to do whatever they want with their bodies. That's fine. That's not the crux of this argument.
Yep.
The problem is Twitch sometimes advertises itself as kid friendly, a lot of Fortnite streams.
A whole lot.
And on the front page to see like legit boobs, it's kind of like, okay, how are we marketing this? How are we doing this? So I knew it was a problem. Actually, one of them came up for me, one of the more famous ones. I think her name is Amoranth or whatever. She's one of the main ones. I saw her on DeFranco and on my front page. And it was like, oh, yeah, this is a real thing. I mean, I'm a grown adult man.
Right.
If it comes up, I know how to handle it.
Right, it's
Don't
fine.
click on it or whatever. If I'm curious, doesn't matter. But if my nephew's like, I watch FIFA's Twitch streams and that's on the front page, that's not savory for children. But then I saw this meme on Reddit and yeah, TJ's over here looking at these girls or whatever.
There's one in particular.
There's one in particular. So, children, go away. But this one's legit, scantily clad. Is from Twitter. If I tell you that one is from Chatterbait, which is an adult website, cam website, and the other three are from Twitch, can you tell the difference? So of these four, you guys can see them. Which one of these, one, two, three, or four, which one is from the adult website?
Chatterbait.
And
It's
which
the
one is
fourth
from
one.
Twitch?
I'm
The
gonna
fourth one.
say the second is Chatterbait.
So
I
you're
have a question.
yeah.
So I don't watch a lot of Twitch outside of us.
Thank you.
But there's like 2 or 3 video game streamers that I watch that the blah 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 streamer has indicated this is for mature audiences only.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, they have
You
that.
can't. Yeah. So.
But it's a matter of
argument
Twitch
Nolan-
promoting them. So Twitch will put it out there, and then they'll have adult guidance if you click on it. But on the front page, they can show the thumbnail, and it's usually massive boobs.
Right.
And it's like it's enticing and it's there
Doesn't it age check?
loosely. but the idea is it's still showing that pre-roll in the front.
And time out. Marco, let's be real here. Like, my YouTube channel, I'm probably like 100 years old. Like, on my login, because I set my age date to wherever the fuck it is, so I
Right.
can look at everything I want to look at.
Right. So, Tommy, you said 2 is from the adult
it's the
website.
New coming
That
of
was
age.
my
It's
guess.
the new finding a Playboy under your dad's bed
It is.
because
Well, I mean,
They have it too easy.
It's easier. Yeah, right. It's way
So
easier
it's
than it
a-
was for us.
we would have more time if we didn't get into our previous conversation.
true. Go ahead.
But this one here, so you said, Tommy,
said 2.
2. You said 4. I honestly thought 3. What's your pick?
I don't know enough about Cam. They all look the same.
Which one do you think would be on an adult website?
They all can be an adult website.
Okay, so all of them, whatever. All right, so
I thought at first I was gonna say 3, but I figured that's too easy, so I went with 2.
3, so 2. All right,
Yeah.
here's the answer. I'm joking. They're all from Twitch.
Oh,
See, the reason why I said 4 was because it looked like the most wholesome one, and I was like, that's probably what they're
Yeah.
getting at.
Right, and I thought it was
tricked
3 because her ass is out. And
yeah.
Nah.
now, upon further research, I looked into the thread on Reddit. Apparently, this one right here, the one I picked, and I did see the video, she straight up pulls her bottoms to the side, shows her full ass and genitals for like 4 seconds on Twitch. She got a 3-day ban.
I was like, that's bannable.
That's
so
worth-
that's
No,
yeah.
but
3-day
3-day.
ban.
3-day? That's a
worth it.
on Twitch? That's a
Probably got 1 million fucking.
Right.
Yeah, all right.
that's fine.
Well, that was
Yeah,
her
that's cool.
risk reward assessment,
Right.
right? But that's hardcore pornography on a site that
It's supposed to be creepy.
promotes
It's not-
himself for
hardcore.
creatives.
That's
It's not
softcore.
hardcore. It's very Skinemax.
I mean,
still.
Depends
no,
on
no,
your level
Skinemax
set,
does not
you
show
know?
buttholes and full on. Skinemax shows them rubbing loosely their abdomens together
A lot of
with a
facial
lot of
expression.
glow in the facial expressions. Tommy, get it right.
I forgot. It's been a while.
It's been a while since we've had to watch
yeah.
Skinemax.
Now, my thing is, right, so I know that there's probably more to depth in this topic, but,
They can just easily type Pornhub. It doesn't matter.
no,
Right,
but the,
no.
but the problem is, so I have a two-prong, go into the gist of this conversation,
Right.
because I have a two-prong approach on how I think about this.
Okay.
I was saying go into,
Oh, go
Yeah, like-
into this?
Yeah,
Oh,
like-
you're talking for me.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like okay. No. So the crux of the argument is, what's happening is these women are getting gangbuster money, buku bucks, because they're putting everything out there.
Right.
That's fine. It's okay. But people are wondering if Twitch is the format for it, because Twitch also is home to a lot of female creators who are creating gaming content, comedy, arts and crafts, whatever they want to make. And what it's doing is it's creating a culture. The argument is creating a culture that says that now those female creators have to come up to this type of level to add to their entertainment. And what's happening is wholesome creators are wholesome in the sense that they're not putting their shit out there. They're talking about plants or whatever. They're like, people are in their chat harassing them, show your fucking tits. It's becoming a problem.
Get a moderator and ban them. Fuck that.
No, it's
There's
to
a
the
lot.
it's to the point where
can I-
it's
look,
beyond.
it's reasonable
I
with
have
us
a-
because I can call out the names.
We have-
Please stop it.
We have
No, I mean-
5 people.
No, but I mean,
Tommy,
that's
I
just.
have a-
he's raising his hand.
Did Twitch forget it's on the fucking internet?
It's not about Twitch having a problem with it. It's about
mean,
the
who's
community
having a
having a
problem?
problem.
Hassan is the
Well,
biggest Twitch
oh,
streamer, and
shit,
he
it's-
has 3 moderators.
Who?
Just hire them. Hassan is the biggest Twitch streamer.
Yeah, he has 3. What is? I can't hire a moderator. It's all. It would be
I mean,
a
if
bot
you're getting
at
that
best.
many comments, it's just like it's whatever.
Just
like it's,
embrace. Be like Twitter. Just say fuck
But
it.
once again, like that's
But no, but
So,
Marcos, if
the
someone
only reason why I would say, and now we get into my sphere,
Right.
Which
Yeah,
is,
true.
look, realistically speaking, right? You know, the influx of inappropriate comments that are probably going to a male streamer is minimal,
right,
minimal percentile
Oh, yeah.
of their actual commentary.
Hassan's not getting show your dick on
no,
every
but he's
other
getting
comment.
fuck you, you fucking Muslim bitch. Like it's a different kind of hate.
But that's what I'm saying. There are more
Internet is a
people.
cesspool.
I hate to put it like this. I would probably catch some N-words if I was Twitch
absolutely.
streaming. Of course.
We're waiting
Catch
on
nothing
it.
but.
We're waiting
But
on it.
that would
Here.
be
Well, I don't look at comments on anything because I know it's like 8 niggas.
Which
on
is
there.
why we look at
It's
the comments,
fine.
and Key is going crazy. He's saying it all over the place on since you
Yeah.
started your conversation. Key's just been calling you the N word
I know it's
constantly.
fine. It's okay if Keith says it.
Can he say it? He's only half.
You can say like 50%. You get 50, Keith. You get 50.
Every other stinks.
Yeah.
Right.
You know? But the whole point of the matter is like, on top of the regular levels of female harassment,
Right.
That is bad.
it escalates whenever you have a platform that allows you, where you can click a button, go see these girls streaming something, right? And then you're expecting that from your favorite Twitch streamer, because the whole thing, right? And I have two opinions on this, because the reason why I'm like, it's tough nuts, because my thought process is, look, I'm not trying to go to Twitch to see some titties.
Right.
If I catch them on the side and the person's creating great content, cool, but that's not my end goal, nor am I on Twitch like that anyway. That said,
Yes, you are. You're on Twitch all the time because they are wonderful sponsors for all of our content.
that said, shut the fuck up. That said, right, like with the way that I don't think it's just female streamers that kind of get caught off guard by something of this nature, right? I actually think it is any streamer that's in relation to Twitch, and it does build an unhealthy community. So you got two routes, right? I encourage women to feel the most comfort to do whatever they want with their bodies, whenever they want. Ain't nobody supposed to tell them which way, ups or down, or whatever the means.
Would love
Semicolon.
that in an
However,
ideal world, yeah.
comma, realistically, right, there's platforms that allow for degrees of whatever you want to be on, right? And it'd be like me being like, cool, if I go on a chatterbait, stroke about dick, I know for a fact that why the fuck would someone watch that? There's boobs and other women out there, right? But if I go into Twitch, it's a better space. Like, yes, we're still going to get less views than anybody who can, like, show their chest. That's cool.
Right.
But it's also a platform where I'm like, cool, hey, girls, do your thing. I'm going to do mine. I'm going to keep hustling. But whenever you have, like, the high tier of the things where, like, because the strongest army in anybody's community are thirsty dudes.
Right.
Thirsty dudes.
Like, we can't call people simps. It's Twitch. We can't call them simps anymore.
That's why I said thirsty.
But the thirst, I was going to call them that. But the thirsty, the fanboys that use their own money, that they have every right to spend their own money on women, that's fine. But they're the ones that are now bullying other people that don't want to do it. It's not the space for it, right?
Here's the issue. And let's just say what the fucking issue is. This is not even the internet that's the issue. The fucking comment section. Why do we need it, Sammy? Why?
We need it so Key can tell us what he's thinking.
Right.
No,
when I fuck up,
He can text us, goddammit. We don't need that. That's my issue. Why do areas have a comment section?
Well, because everyone's
Who
important.
gives a fuck what you have to say about shit? Nobody but you.
Okay, so
why?
I'm gonna pause and step in the fuck in front of you. The comment section is actually super quintessential for how an SEO is able to market
You're
your
talking
video.
shit I don't give a fuck about, TJ.
But what I'm also
It's really important to interact with your audience and
I
therefore
understand that.
build.
I get that part. But the fact is, most motherfuckers abuse it, and they're fucking assholes, and they do stupid shit, and they degrade women that don't need to be degraded. They're racist as fuck. They're gonna call me a nigga, call you a wetback. They're gonna do all that fucking shit because they suck, and that's the only goddamn reason they use the shit. So, just like the fact that we shouldn't have, it's a whole other issue. Other issues, gun control, this, that, and the other. America incapable of this shit because we're fucked up. That's why we don't need comment sections.
Well,
it ruins everything, Marco.
Then I would extend that
Hey.
out to social media, but that's a Thursday topic and save all
It
this
is,
energy
I'm
for
sorry.
that.
I was getting there.
God
So
damn,
we do
man.
have. Is it Thursday coming up? Mongrel,
Thursday.
Fucking
Mongrel,
shit.
Mongrel
Sorry,
Radio.
you
We're
worked
talking
me up,
about
Marco, I apologize.
Mongrel.
Goddamn, man.
Mongrel Radio coming Thursday. We're talking about social media.
I hate comment sections. But
But I guess that's
That'll-
a proper
that'll
way
be
to
funny.
allude to it. We can go into this maybe a little bit more there, but like
Yeah,
I
it's a
just
good
I just
lead up
wanted
to
to bring it up because I looked at all three of these and I literally legit thought one of them at least had to be porno.
Right.
And the fact that all of them were Twitch,
a little
it,
shock.
it was it's no I mean
I thought that Twitch had rules that you can't even show cleavage. Like even that is past what I thought. Like
Yeah.
people were.
So if I contextually, the top two are ASMR streamers. So they're the ones whispering things.
Right.
So they're licking the. I think these are microphones, if I'm not mistaken, and they do it in lingerie. So it's like whatever. That woman, the third one, was straight up showing her vagina. And then, no, she like straight like.
But I thought
seen
people were
it, it
like
was real bad.
canceled for like their blouse being too low.
No, that's what it used to be. So like there was a era in Twitch where if you like some girls were accused of like a nice
Twitching in a tank top.
nip slip or whatever. Or no, but twitching a tank top would be one thing, but then it'd be like, oh, whoops, my cleavage is falling all over the place. It was on accident type of thing. And then that was frowned upon, and they tried to kind of not
I feel like
get
they
rid
can
of it.
really police this if they wanted to.
Right, but the thing was like things like this, or at least what's more common now is like the hot tub streams, as I mentioned before.
Yeah.
They get an inflatable pool, they get in a bikini, and then they write their fans on their arms for donations or whatever. I've seen
Right.
something like that. It's acceptable work. It's sex work. Sex work is work. That's fine.
Sex
But is
and
it-
sex work.
But is it the wrong venue? Is Twitch the venue for that? And Twitch is promoting it as if it were.
Yeah.
And the community is wondering, is
Twitch
is
decided
this
it
right?
is.
Yeah.
No, but is
No,
it right? Because
and see, and that's fine, but you have to make sure that's clear and communicated, so that way you know what sort of market space that anybody wants to be a creator can get into, right? Because Twitch is also on the inverse; it's an excellent area and camp for gaming streams, things of that nature.
Saying that it's not the venue, I mean, isn't there OnlyFans where people don't get nude?
I was about to say that's a whole thing.
right, no, but OnlyFans is content and geared adult, but then you could pull back and not be adult. A friend Chris Herman has an
But
OnlyFans.
no one wants that one. Right. Like, let's be honest.
No, right. But the venue is their barometer is 10, and you can have 5 content.
Right.
So the barometer for Twitch is at 7, and people are putting out 8, 9 content.
Yeah.
Right. 10 being just full blown.
Right.
So should it be at 5? Should it be at 6? What should be allowed?
Sounds like it
the
should be at
community.
4.
Well, the community is saying it should be 4, 5.
Right.
You could have girls on there, showing their goods.
My thing is like, yo, if you're showing cleavage, girl, that's
That's
you
life.
that's the unfair. That is the blessing you have and the unfair advantage you do.
Right. And Keys in the chat, he was like, they can make an 18+ section, but then they have to compete with Pornhub. And they don't want to do that because Pornhub has guidelines and rules and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Where, as of right now, Twitch does not. Twitch doesn't have, they have kind of age restrictions that people can set themselves.
Well, to me, this sounds, I know you love them, but it sounds like a Twitch problem more than anything else.
Right. Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Is do they stand by their guns and allow content like this, or do they listen to the community and say, man, like, and from what I've heard, they're not slut shaming. They're not doing it the wrong way. They're saying like, I don't need to see boobs on my front page like this every day.
That's really the only,
but
stop putting it
it's
on the front
lucrative.
page.
No, but it's lucrative.
Well, there you go.
Because that's the thing. They're making.
You got to pick a side, Twitch. Like, you can't play it both ways.
I think they already picked.
Well, they picked the side. They picked the side of money and boobs.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I mean,
the community doesn't agree with that, and so
Right.
how far are they willing to bend for the to accommodate the community?
Rock in a hard place.
And should they?
Yeah.
Because if they're in a place
I
where
mean-
they're making money,
don't fights like this happen all the time in YouTube, and YouTube just says get bent? Like
but
it's the same.
really
but
do.
YouTube, but people notoriously hate YouTube, but that's because people go around the algorithm that they try to
I'm
make.
sorry you shop at Target. It sucks as much as Walmart.
Because like YouTube, like they have the YouTube Kids where they try to age restrict, and then people were putting like Elsa fucks a baby. It's like on like I'm not even joking.
No,
they
you're
would put like
absolutely
weird
right, yeah.
videos like that in the children's section to fuck with kids, like twisted weird assholes. But they at least try to police it a little bit. If you put like hardcore pornography, or if you put copyrighted material, YouTube has things that will pull it immediately. Twitch doesn't quite have those types of things, and they kind of turn a blind eye to it in a lot of ways.
I think
So-
YouTube's a little bit different of a space for the particular reason of how the nuances within the algorithm of YouTube sphere. It can cater and craft content based on your viewership and try its best to make sure recommended videos and feeds and things that you've seen that all the time cater to the things you like to see. Twitch is not nearly as sophisticated as that, and you can see it from its app and its different infrastructure and how its implementation and video sharing goes. Damn it, y'all! No, this is not free knowledge. Okay, hell, check it with YouTube's alg. I get it because I actually am in the same camp of like, yo, YouTube is a crapshoot of whatever you want,
Right.
But a lot of whatever you want, or like kind of a lot of the more raunchy, crazy, you do have to do a little digging. It's the type of stuff that gets demonetized, like, and the system of YouTube is built off of. Ads.
Yeah.
So fundamentally, the risk reward is not worth it a lot of the times because you'll catch demonetization and the video becomes damn near worthless all
yeah.
that time you wait.
Yeah,
Whereas Twitch is run off of streams, donations, things of that nature.
Speaking of donations, Ramen Hibashi just gifted a tier 1 sub to Coco Chops. Congratulations, Coco Chops, and welcome to the Mexcellent.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
I was just saying in the sense that the community wants one thing, but YouTube just says get banned. Like
True.
This is the
YouTube
Twitch
says
community.
fuck 'em. So YouTube says fuck all to a lot of
They
things.
really do.
But they also have the framework built into place to where, at the very least, YouTube is not a shit show from what you're able to see unless you're searching that kind of stuff up, and that's what appears in your recommended. Not to say there isn't 18 plus stuff on YouTube, but it disincentivizes that sort of content a lot of the times, and you're required to have sponsors and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So
Right.
therefore, the system can kind of navigate that because YouTube's like, cool, they can create that content, we don't care, because ultimately advertisers are going to go towards towards a lot of more ads where there are people who are more receptive to those sort of things. There's a reason why. If you really want to know where CPMs on YouTube, like the highest ones are, actually, I want y'all to guess. So in terms of in terms of CPMs from advertising,
Clicks per minute.
or how much money you're gonna draw on from a YouTube video, what space do you think gets the most? And you can do anything.
What space? Like, are you talking about what type of video?
Yeah, type of content,
ASMR?
a genre of content.
Genre content. Well, ASMR would be genre.
Sure, yeah, sure.
So I'll vote that.
Music.
DIY. Going with the DIY.
No, you're on the cusp. No and no. Music has a lot of loops and jumps to go through. It can make a lot of money. It can't. A lot of the times you're not going to get. A lot of the times in terms of scheduling, it's actually not close. But it's actually.
He had vlogs in there.
Whenever you get into vlogs, are pretty good. But it's actually finance, real estate, and a lot of the investing markets where
I saw this.
Kind of like a self-made
I saw
tutorials, basically. Yeah.
Getting on a different topic almost. It is like people were charging like $2,000 for take this class to,
Sounds like a
on how to
seminar.
be on finance seminars, and it would just be on YouTube, like all the video.
God
but
damn.
not even those guys. Like the guys,
that
the guys who have like the guys who have like who are telling you how to because there are really good YouTube finance YouTubers, right? And you might hear people making $400, $500 a video, and that's pretty cool depending on what sphere you're in.
Right.
If you're in finance or real estate, you drop a mil view type of video. That's like I've seen $7 per 1,000 views, like some wild shit, like
Right.
really, really, really lucrative in terms of the sense of what they're able to bring in. And so that's why it's like the more sophisticated you quote unquote get, or the more advertisers and sponsors are willing to go towards you.
Right.
That's where it makes you. That's kind of the balancing of YouTube sort of content navigation and guidelines.
So what you're saying is, all these semi-naked Twitch ladies need to start teaching finance in their bikinis.
That's a whole nother
That would
plethora
be
right there.
that would be the most lucrative.
That seems. I think we got something here.
If you want to join the Excellence Finance Corporation, we have a bathtub waiting for you just off camera.
We can start our own Trump University doing.
I mean,
this.
just a weird question to piggyback off what you just said.
Right.
I mean, Twitch doesn't have as many ads. I watched one ad to
Yeah,
watch
it
this
really
whole
does.
stream.
See, that's the thing. So that's why I'm saying like Twitch isn't structured on ads. It's a benefit for them,
Yeah.
but where Twitch is prioritizing is subscribers and donations, because donations kick back straight to the content creator. And I'm hitting the table. My bad.
No, you're good.
But
I was just talking about donations. I heard the magic
and
word.
then subs, it's a 50-50, 60-40, 70-30 split depending on what tier you are. And then it depends on so that's what they care about, and they're like, cool, boobs are gonna get subscribers 100% of the times. We're gonna get crazy donations, so both parties get to be happy.
Right.
That's why Twitch, in terms of prioritization and how they can make this scheme work, and even in terms of why I'm always like, Twitch is one of the toughest platform for any person to get started on, but especially if you are in the realm of gaming, if you're a group of 4 dudes, like if you like
Talking about Twitch,
like it's not like it's
girls beating us out on every turn, and that's totally their right to do
and it's
so.
not to say that guys do not have any sort of advantages on the platform. Nothing
Absolutely,
like that.
yeah.
I'm just saying that in terms of strictly like speed to acceleration of subscriber count and how somebody can pop off on Twitch and like and ways you can see some of these and in terms of like from a marketing perspective, I don't blame these ladies one bit.
Absolutely.
But in terms of the
No,
sphere, in terms of the place, it does leave an unfair advantage to get primarily driven by those sexist dudes who are like cool, or those very thirsty dudes who are going to come on the platform and be like, this is now I want my favorite Twitch streamer who's wholesome and very
Who didn't get in the game came for that.
who didn't get into like who didn't join Twitch to show their cleavage. Now I want them to show it so I can feel encouraged to donate.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel like Twitch at this point then is like, yeah, you're gonna get a 3-day ban and we're gonna make money off it. It's great.
Yeah,
like,
right.
What's a
themselves-
3-day ban? Like, you know,
A 3-day ban is nothing.
that's nothing.
It's really
It's a
it was
slap on
we
the
don't
wrist.
even
If that.
stream every 3 days.
Right.
we're working on that.
But the whole point and where the real discrepancy goes, and before, and I'm gonna bring a lot. And damn, I'm driving a conversation. But
I'm about to say you
are.
guys wanted to get out of here.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
okay.
trying to, but hey, this is TJ's wheelhouse.
Hey,
I'm with you.
I will splur more about it on the social media front.
In conclusion,
But in conclusion, right, this is one of the things where, in terms of categorization of and forms of streaming and forms of these websites, right, it's super pertinent for them to set up those guidelines in terms of the expectations of what type of content they want on the platform. Mainly because that is what attracts creatives such as ourselves to really express ourselves, and we want to compete and we want everybody to compete in a space where they're competing with competing in similar camps of how their sort of entertainments want to be about, right? We're not posting on the Pornhub because we ain't gonna win against Pornhub.
I'm about to. I might as well.
Might as well.
Put us
Cover
everywhere.
all bases.
We ain't posted on Chatterbait because
Oh, we're live streaming, baby. That's what do you think this camera setup's for? I'm gonna be here
Hey,
doing live
some motherfucker
shows.
with a sick fetish is gonna get off on this. That's fine.
Right, a
And-
black man yelling about God knows the comment sections. Someone will jerk it to that.
Yes.
but
And tip finally.
the way that Twitch has always built himself on is a gaming streaming platform where it's kind of like encouraging, like you said, kids to come on board and like encourage people to be there.
Fortnite
charge
dances.
their dad's credit card for $500,000 of like a fucking donation, whatever they want
Right.
to do. Since it has such a lower barrier of entry, it makes it a lot more difficult to warrant content that is kind of in this subsection without some clarification or some incentivification for the other groups to want to continue to create their content.
Right.
It's exactly why
They're trying to get you to stop doing it,
Pretty much.
basically.
Right.
goes back to what I was saying on YouTube. You can thrive in any medium. You just know your risk and cost and rewards. With Twitch, it doesn't matter because there's some people who could drive up the platform depending on what they want to do. You could be and I'm not even extending it to just them, right? If you want to talk about 18 plus, you got some really edgy, on the cusp type of dude streamers who say whatever the hell they want and drive that cusp all the way to the closest that they can get because there's less regulations on Twitch.
Right.
Stuff like that.
So now I'm just gonna lick my microphone. That's the next thing, and that's how we're gonna do it.
ASMR.
Yeah, I was about to say.
ASMR. Hey, Marcos. Hey, man. You're looking kind of good in that Tone Royal shirt. Yeah, man. But you'd be looking better in a Max Lynch shirt.
Yeah, well, merchandise. Merchandise.
I feel like it's time to get out of here.
well, Tony, I think that was a great show here today, and I thank you for joining me.
Let me
Wait,
apologize.
when did you become the guy?
Let me apologize to everybody. I went on a rant. I apologize.
No,
No,
Everyone
so
did.
here's the thing.
comment
No,
section.
not even that. So we had 4 other
my
subjects to
comeback
talk about.
Okay.
We talked about
one of them. Half
well,
of one.
TJ's racist.
TJ's racism.
Got
And
that.
then we just talked about dating.
Tommy's aunt.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk
More
about that
like
briefly.
aunt.
The
Only
Twitch
thing we
thing.
didn't cover was Deshaun Watson being a perv, which, look it up. It's old news.
I mean, I don't want
He's
to
a
because the way you think
disappointment.
you're selling.
It's like a father who has left
see, that's
and
the-
just abandoned you. That's what it feels
That's
like.
the benefit of a freeform podcast. I feel no guilt about driving
I
the
think it was
conversation.
great.
Right,
Yeah.
and now everyone goes to their respective partners upset, and I'm here to clean up the mess.
I'm about to.
Yeah.
So let's get out of here. But in order for us to get out of here, I wish I had the pre-roll and everything and stuff like that, but I don't, unfortunately. So just in the meantime, you can find me at the Mexcellence on all forms of social media, like I said at the top of the show, TheMexCellence. Be sure to subscribe, follow, do all those things on YouTube, Twitch, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever podcasts are found. Just search the Mexcellence Podcast and you'll find us. New episodes uploaded 2 days after the live stream on Twitch. So be sure to catch us on Twitch and then be sure to follow us on the Mexcellence Archive. I'm putting up all the videos in their full amount, non-edited. And then on our regular main page, we'll have edited stuff, edited by Tommy. Edited by Marcos. Once I teach them how to do it, it's not very hard. But in the
Well,
meantime,
show us
TJ,
what you want. We already know. How to do it.
TJ, where can they find you?
Well, if I survive today, when I go back home,
Yeah.
which I won't, This is my last show, guys.
No, he's gonna stay here. He's permanently in the cast.
Real
It's at
comfortable with
TJ
this
Mana. My girlfriend made it very strict that I was supposed to be home an hour and a half ago.
It is now May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
She's not happy, but
And with your spirit.
I'll be happy if you message me. So at TJ Mana on Instagram. Where can they find you, Marco?
They can find me here on Thursday doing our episode of Mongrel Radio, where we'll be talking about social media and how it affects politics.
Absolutely.
Other than that, just type JLMarco62 into Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and I'll be there. Tommy,
Oh, Tommy McGrew Art Instagram.
don't leave him a comment.
Yeah,
I'm
don't.
not gonna look. I don't read them any fucking way, so you don't need
Bro,
to.
hey, Tommy, go into comment sections and make sure to reply to everyone that compliments him and says, "I'll read this shit."
I don't. I
Fuck
really,
you.
compliment or fucking insult. I don't read it.
He's an
so
artist, and he does not take any feedback
Don't give
whatsoever.
a fuck.
Don't worry, I have very choice comments for him, but it all incorporates itself under the social media topic, which is
Yeah.
Thursday, as Marco said. Very, very vested in that conversation. You'll probably get more of the TJ you just saw, who talks way too much. My bad.
Well, you know what? Everything looks to be working out here. Everything was great. Energy was great. I loved this episode. And so until then, folks, we will get out of your hair. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye and be excellent.
Donkey Kong underwater.